Twitch with a new setup here. See how it goes. Again, welcome to the Out There channel live stream special for October. All sorts of things went weird before.
Perfect.
Things are right now. Yeah, everything's looking like it's alright now, but the CPU is still peaking there. Let me just pause the preview window here.
This is why I like watching on Twitch rather than on just because if there's any problems I can catch it straight away. Although it's lagging just about half a second or something.
It's still going wrong though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not lagging around. Freezing touch. It's going right now.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
It seems to be okay now.
Yeah, as long as I don't move the mouse. Okay, it's up to the hello part. Hello. Hello. Good to be back, hopefully. There's so much things going against us lately. It's almost ready to throw in the towel. But yeah, no hardcore swearing on the sides. We got a new chat window coming up. So the abuse was coming from GUFON and Third Phase of the Moon and people like that out there. And they made some allegations and slander comments about me. So I did a reaction video or rebuttal video. So we're about to restart with that part of it. It was in the second half here. Was nuts. So yeah, he's got some closets filled with ghosts. Okay, so we just want to move on a bit. Where they were talking about they were going to strike me if I didn't stop using their material, right? So whereabouts was that? I don't know. We haven't any closed captions on it. See, Google should be told off for not doing closed captions because they're meant to be PC types, right? They're meant to be able to help out people with poor eyesight or hearing impaired, but they don't seem to add
to confront someone
captions.
About their lies is to attend the live stream.
Okay, what lies have... Okay, we just want to get past that, but whereabouts was it now? Where he's talking about... She got on to Lion's Ground and made him feel guilty. It's when Third Phase come on, wasn't it? Or anything like that. All we can say is that he received...
Yeah, when he phoned into him.
Third Phase, 2 sightings. I think one is easy, the other one I don't know. In 3, 2, go. Whoops, backwards.
Phase of Moon.
I did it backwards.
Of course, he's allowed to play Third Phase because they got agreement.
I'm gonna get written out.
Welcome back to Third Phase Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report. Lots of UFO videos.
Now let's skim on a bit. I see
her
Dr.
girl
J
has a
was
neuro
there.
disorder. Damn, no. Okay, well, I hope she's okay. My God, Shelley.
It goes back to it after all that gabble there.
I guess the Out There channel did some good today because he was trying to find a way to debunk this.
Oh, a
with
good comment.
Cross-shaped balloons and all sorts of things. He couldn't find
I
it.
actually did real analysis, Richard.
But, you know, here we are in Venezuela or wherever, Peru, Mexico, Persuada, whoever knows. Persuada? That should be a country persuade.
So he reckons I didn't solve it. I solved it. I said I was 95% sure that it was a letter X Milo. Yeah, I just can't find the section where it's talking about
Video.
striking.
But in his mind,
Number two.
oh, go ahead. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
That's when he rang in.
Yeah, but do they talk
So
about
it's
the
like-
copyright striking, about striking me? An
Talking
email.
about you, I know you're talking about you.
It immediately degrades these public people that are out there that have no agenda, and they're just
Okay, so do I degrade people?
Third phase, 2 sightings. I think one. But
They would
if he
deface
wants
it,
to
that's
come on
why.
in, we could do a Zoom, I presume. And let me tell you guys, I know you're in a different country. I would even, I wouldn't even mind if we did a recorded
Blah,
session.
blah.
But
They would
if he
deface
wants
it,
to
that's
come on
why.
in, we could do a Zoom.
Well, we've seen a lot of the videos were hoaxed, and of course, anyone that wants to share content for kickback with a big fraud channel that's been caught faking live streams on live events and other.
videos. The people like yourself, you're sharing your video to us. You're not sharing it to his channel. You're sharing it with us. And I don't like it when he calls our team frauds and hoaxsters when he doesn't have any evidence of that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, right. No evidence. Yes, we have 2 videos of Blake Cousins hoaxing Filipino video, and also the live event, and all the experts that saw it knew it was being hoaxed with reflections of lights of the house, and GUFON thinks it wasn't.
And then, you know, Ryan Brown just informed me that
here we go. Ooh, backstabby.
He said it on the chat that he actually doxed your mom's place.
There you go. There you go. That's where they got the information about some doxing I did. Yeah. So still looking for the claim if I don't stop. But if I make a mistake, you want to shut me down.
Oh, really? That's interesting to know.
I
didn't know.
I still haven't got that video link from him. He sent me another email which we're going to cover, but he's never sent me an email talking about his mum being doxed. So I don't know if that video exists or not out there, or it's just complete fabrication, or just it's just their imagination that I was doxing him when I was looking at something. I don't know, but
well, first of all, he wouldn't have gotten the right address. So, good luck.
So this is where so straight away he's admitted. So this is where it all started before I got the strike, right? And they're putting out the claim here that we're going to do something that I can't have his address, and now he's threatening me to take it down. Yeah. So Google, we're going to use this. If he puts a claim on me, I'm going to say, well, here he's admitting it is not his address. Unfortunately, Google don't care. But we haven't got that claim from him yet. But Google obviously is not working with me. They're working with the big channels. And that's why Google needs to go. Needs to be a platform to help creators solve problems.
They need exterminating.
Second of all,
they need what?
Exterminating.
Deleting channels that put false claims on other people, like doxing and copyright abuse, which is nonsense.
I'm gonna find that video now, and
you won't be able to because you haven't sent me the link, you dope. Yeah, what is it? Because I don't know. And that was back how many weeks ago was that now?
6-7 weeks or more, right?
September the 29th. What is it now? It's a good month ago.
Yeah.
Good month ago. This was.
It is, and you can't do that, Paul. You can't do that. See, that's what they do. They step.
I can't do what? You haven't told me what video. And you just told me it can't be your address. You just
Because you can't get it.
no.
Good luck with that.
And here they are doing it. So I'm just now wondering where we all played. Was this whole thing just one big drama? Was Lions Ground really suing Tyler after all? Many times in this live stream, that's right. Yeah, tonight he's out to self-promote himself and attack me and try and bring everything down and try to make money out of it. Come on.
Well, Lions Ground said, hey, at Third Phase, well, I have a good TV format, but I need support making this.
Let's just go on that one. Planned in the beginning? Was this whole thing a big drama in the ufology to try and to get rid of me? In the end, really, it wasn't about getting rid of Tyler, because Tyler's not gone. He's still got his channel.
Yeah. What's another one said? You can start to
if you want to.
Yeah.
Scott Brando debunked that one too. Okay, let's. Where's the bit where they're saying about We Love Robert show? About using material. It was here. So what have we got here? I know I did break down your face so I can use you around.
Somewhat slowly, which made no sense. There was no sound of any.
I must have missed it, but it was in that particular video, and I think
we get a transcript of it.
Yeah, I should really get a transcript of it, right? That makes sense. We should save it.
Yeah.
We should be able to save it, but as you can see, Google doesn't do transcripts, so they're not doing it. They're not analyzing the videos properly, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason not to do a transcript. So, has he still got that one up? I don't even know what it was now. I don't think he's got his transcript. If we can get a transcript, we'll find a transcript.
Where's whether he's messed about with it as well.
You can see his latest videos, just garbage, right? Secret Space Force, which is doesn't want you to watch this. Well, if the Secret Space Force is no longer a secret, they're not secret. So the title is just rubbish. It's just clickbaity, right? He's using the same format that Third Phase used, the clickbait titles. Watch this before it's deleted. They don't want you to know this. You know, he's copying the same format.
Well, he did that full video there with the Trump. He went out in the crowd with just doing the video of that.
Yeah, he does a lot of videos. So I'm just surprised.
All about Trump.
Went all about this way. Yeah, he doesn't like. There we go. Proof that they're working together. What's the Dr. J stuff up? Here we go. This one here. The reason behind security, wasn't it? That was the one. Have we got any transcript for it? Hey, we might have a transcript.
If you get it before they delete it.
Strange, very strange time. Today's a very strange day.
Let's see. I don't want to click on that. I wanted to. Plex is saying he's got problems with his internet, so that's where we haven't seen around. So let's see what we can grab.
Oh, transcript. Yeah.
We can at least search it.
If you got it down on paper and print, just it's easier for you to find, and you can do them with it then.
Yeah, you can go to the sec minute in the video too.
Yeah.
You can see Google's very slow bringing it up. So let's see.
there it is.
What?
It's on there now,
Yeah.
transcript.
Permission. They seem to like to use that word quite a lot. And we've got 8 references. So how do we go to it? First one. Let's come up with even more. There we go. So 17 minutes in. Could be bad for me if I didn't have their permission, and I can be bad for a lot of people. So what is he talking about there? That he hasn't got permission?
You'd have to look before that one.
I think first page was on earlier. That's why I missed it in the interview. Maybe I should have grabbed it. So we'll play it now.
Yeah.
I think they were on early in the show, but I might have missed it.
To do that. But when you get to the personal stuff, like what I do, like when I see, who do I see? Richie from Boston and that missing tooth? Come on.
Dan Williams Lee.
He's asking for it. And that's not my fault he's got a missing tooth. And what about UFO Jesus? Coming on the screen looking like he hasn't showered in a few weeks, hasn't seen the sun ever. That's my fault? How's that my fault? No. When these guys cross the line and it's personal, like if I was to say something like F you and your family. Oh, you don't bring the family into the conversation. What do they do?
Okay, so that's not that.
You know what
So
comments I'm talking about, like when people call you racist, or they say
I paused
you're
that.
a homophobe,
it's not pausing.
or xenophobe, or transphobe.
Why is that not pausing, guys?
And they
does now.
That's really
never
weird.
spent a minute with you privately. They
just
pause. I said. Come on,
Yeah,
Google. What's going on with your player? I think they've been mucking around. A lot of people have been saying there's a lot of problems with Google at the moment. All sorts of things are not working right. Well, remember we didn't used to have the play button. It's now come back. So obviously they've been mucking around with the code again. Remember it used to be blank there?
Yep.
So
fine.
Didn't have permission. Okay, let's just have a read what he's saying here.
It could be bad for me if I didn't have their permission, and it can be bad for a lot of people who use Third Phase's videos. Now they don't strike people. Like they know this.
No, they got Dr. J to do it.
But they said we don't ever want to strike anybody if we don't have to. Now, the Out There channel I've been putting up with because who's taking them? I mean, Paul, no offense. Nobody's really listening or taking it. And me too. I only have 60 people a show, 70. Well, now more than 100 alive. Yay!
So he reckons no one's listening to us here. Well, maybe there's a few people that are actually worth anything do listen to, I have to say here.
But it takes time to grow, and at least we're moving forward. But lost my train of thought. Damn it. I had to throw that in there, didn't you? I had to throw the extra comment in the side. I should have just kept on talking. It'll come back. It'll come back.
Got no brains in your
So
head.
when Paul is using Third Phase's videos, and I said he can use mine, I typed it out. You can use my stuff. Just be respectful.
Which is kind of ironic, because he didn't like me doing that other video, right? So we'll get to that in a minute.
The link back.
And you only use short
I haven't
clips of
checked
them anyway.
to see if the link is put there. To be
Yeah, we
honest,
only use like 5 or 10 minutes clips at maximum and discuss it, right? So
yeah,
I do, but it's common courtesy, and also there's a common law, like just the golden rule of life, to always do the right thing.
Okay, so this is where he's wrong. It's not about getting permission and courtesy. So if you're going to expose someone as a fraud, you're not going to ask them permission to use their material because I want to expose you. They're not going to say, "Oh yes, you can use my material." This is where it's backwards. These guys thinking, right? So if I'm going to use Third Phase and I'm going to expose them for actually making the video up instead of receiving it in email as they claim, they're not going to give me permission to use that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can see that, can't you? This is why you got fair use. So you can then. It's like a news network starting with C and ending in N is often talked about on the other channel called Fox, where they break down their reporting on their show and show that they're purposely misleading people or telling lies. You've probably seen stuff on Fox News, clips like that, especially Tucker Carlson and what's the other one? The other guy, Hannity, is it? They both play clips from all the competitor news channels out there. So what do they bother putting in lawsuits, or do they know that the court will say it's fair use? They're allowed to do a critical view of your newscast, right? Which is basically what I've done with...
Well, he has to go to more online.
Yeah, Trump does. Yeah, I know, yep. But the point is, I'm talking about news channels being like the creators of content. So they're exactly the same, but the big players. You don't see them suing each other left, right, and centre over fair use, right? This is the point. Now, why hasn't Google defended me over this false copyright claim put out by Dr. J? And this guy reckons you got to get permission. Now, obviously, they're getting permission to share their videos, right? So they don't get any strikes on this channel, like they've done to me, right? That it's good to go to the person and ask if I can use it to just show it, but you ain't going to criticize it, and they'll probably say yes, right? But if you're going to pull it apart and tell them they're lying or they faked it or whatever, they're not going to give you permission to do it. No. So this is where the system's broken, and this is where these guys' thinking is broken.
Nobody's looking. Paul doesn't have the critical thinking. He wouldn't be on our team. Just so you know, Paul. No offense, but
well, that is offensive, isn't it?
I think I'm a pretty smart guy. And watching today,
it's not pausing.
Saying you're not very smart. Right?
Wrong about. Whew,
this is not pausing.
Everything. Right? So I'm watching, and the third phase.
So now it pauses. So it took like a minute to pause there. So what's going on there?
Just lagging.
Messages me, and they were watching. Oh wait, no, it didn't go like that. They asked me, "Are you?" I thought about it. I saw it was on. I went there for 2 seconds. I couldn't do it, and then like 30, 45 minutes later, Third Phase says da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, no. Well, they just blocked Lion's Ground for something. I'm like, what? Yep, just blocked us. So the Out There channel likes to take people's comment. He's taking Third Phase's comment, and then Third Phase just went in there to ask a simple question and set him straight on what he was getting wrong. No, you got it wrong. That's not what happened.
Okay, that was before your time, Charles. But Robert was with me at that time, and we were looking at that. What they called the Klingon ship flying past the SpaceX capsule that was docking with the International Space Station, and we were looking at for the first time, trying to suss out what it could be, including city lights, which was suggested, and we tried to find obviously matching pictures to see if we can sort of see how the city lights look from space and all that sort of stuff. But we also looked at other things, like could it be maybe a robot arm? Could it be some sort of camera on a robot arm that they wanted to film something on a different angle, or this kind of stuff, or another satellite passing by, and Blake comes on and starts calling me useless and all these names in the side chat. And I'm too busy trying to nut out stuff, and Rob sees it. I don't see what was said, but he said they were saying nasty comments. So he blocked him. And I said, fair enough. Because
It wasn't you then?
it wasn't me, no. So that's the real truth.
Yeah.
And you can go and find that video, but I think when I go back, the messages have been deleted already, but I think there's a few frames before which I didn't see where some of the comments got shown, where he was attacking me, saying I was useless and all that sort of stuff. Blake Cousins telling me I'm useless. Unbelievable. But anyway.
Well, so I said when he said that,
He
I
was just
said you're
getting
not.
this all wrong in the video, you know, coming up with his own narrative. This is what I mean. I don't know how he thinks because he doesn't think like me. I've never seen.
Thank God for that.
It's been Robert Thorson was the last person that was this bad. And that's from 2006. That's how long it's been since I found somebody who has the opposite of critical thinking, like totally the other way, like on the other end of the spectrum. I mean that with respect. I don't hate Paul.
That sounds like pure slander there.
I don't hate the guy. You know
This is where it's coming out.
So I clicked pause, but before it wasn't working. So something's going on here with the pause and play. It didn't used to be that slow. Maybe because I got this up, maybe here. But yeah, I think third phase pops on after he stops here. And that's where we got the other segment from. But I might just close that. But they do go on, but I'm not sure if we really should play too much more of it.
He's a nice guy.
I'm a nice guy. There you go.
He's trying too hard. That's it.
That's still slag.
That's what.
See, the pause wasn't
What it
working
is.
again.
You're trying too hard, Paul. He won't listen to me, and I did. He sent me
Yeah, I'm the
advice
only
on
one
things.
that's trying
It's not a
so
bad
hard to stop the
relationship
fraud
we have.
stuff out
I hate
there.
to see it go to the.
This pause is hopeless. Okay, let's just.
Well, I don't know. There's many channels out there that do what you do, is there?
Probably the only one that does it in the way I do it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's see where all the thing for permission is reported. Anyway, so 27 minutes without my consent. Slightly sociable has removed information. So that's Lions Ground on there, right? And I showed that I had got consent because he said I could use anything to do with Lions Ground, and he's trying to say no, it has to be actually on the website. I don't care. What's he wrote about Lions Ground? Well, he wrote about all those payments being made from Tyler to you. Does it prove that what they were saying about blackmail was actually correct there? Why are you so worried, you know? But anyway, go down one. So what's he saying at this point? 29. Can we go there?
That's ridiculous.
Has it gone there? Yep, here we go. It's very slow though.
Out addresses, emails, and telephones. If uses anything, that's redacted. Again, you gave permission to use any material. Maybe that's the misunderstanding as to what can use from Lions Ground. So ask! So he sorted out. So it's done then, right? Problem solved.
I didn't have to ask though. The guy that made the video has to ask. And of course, Lions Ground's not going to give permission to use his payments because it shows them up. So again, you don't ask permission if you're going to expose someone because they're going to say no. Doesn't work.
Exactly.
Doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
No.
Okay, what's the next one?
They're going to say no every time, aren't they?
Use material, maybe that's a misunderstanding. There was no misunderstanding. But I didn't give him permission to use. Okay, so
Fine. No.
everything, unless he blurred it. I have no money, dude. Okay, he's reading out the letter that Lions Ground sent me. Dude, you will. Shame we can't save this and stretch it better. There's no way to save it. They don't have a save button. But maybe I can select all and then
Good if
save
you
or do.
could print it off, wouldn't it?
Yeah. You want to save it so you can search it in proper word processor instead of using their slow site for it.
Yeah. Maybe there is a way somewhere, but I don't know.
So as I said to you, to Lions Ground, I fight anything to the death. And it's not stopped yet. Okay, so let's carry on. Next one. But I didn't give him permission. You're not going to give permission anyway, you dumbass. And as a snap-off permission from you, which voids your threat. New Zealand courts aren't stupid. So that's what I said to him in the email. I got a snapshot and give him permission. He's just reading out the emails, which they didn't have permission to read out, by the way. They didn't ask me permission to read out my emails on air. How about that?
Oh, is that different? What you was doing?
Exactly. I'm not going to give him permission to slander me on air and read out my private emails to someone else.
Yeah.
See, it's a double standard again.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't see me striking him over it, like they're now striking me over Dr. J. So Third Phase went to Dr. J, obviously, because they had a clip of his on their video that I looked at to do body language on, and said that Corey Good is a liar, and then 4 minutes of it, and yeah, I get the strike. So it's, to me, it's double standards. And Google don't want to be involved in copyright claims. Why, I don't know, but they should be having some sort of fund set up where they fight all this and say, well, we'll fight it on behalf of the creator and see how it goes. And if they lose money out on it, too bad. But they should know whether it's winnable or not before they take it to court, right? They should be able to look at it and say, yeah, I think we can win this one. They should be experts, you know. They've been around for how many years now? They got the professional lawyers. They're about to see that, show it to a panel of people and say, oh, what do you think? He's doing body analysis of you here, critical review of the interview. Do you think it's fair use? Damn right it is. You know what I'm saying, Charles?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm just looking up here. It says if you want to click on More button below the video and select transcript from the menu, below you'll be asked to select a language, make your choice, and you'll see a full transcript along the timestamps. Now click and drag to highlight all the text and press Ctrl+C to copy the text.
Yeah, that's select all, copy, and then paste it into another device.
Copy and paste it, yeah.
But it hasn't actually got a thing to say download transcript. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So that's what we'd do. You'd right click or use the keyboard shortcuts, right? And try to select all, but you can see here select all is not even available on that panel there. So you'd have to use the keyboard shortcuts to do it. But yeah, auto-generated. There's how you change the language, I suppose. Anyway, just move on. I will save it in a minute. 32 made the video and question available to a third party without my permission. So even if I did give to a third party, I did have permission. I had the permission to use how I liked.
With fair use.
Yeah, and I said to the person, make sure you blot out anything that ends up being doxing. and maybe he missed something, I don't know, but I don't think so. So he's blurred it all out now, hasn't he, on that guy? And of course, social, whatever his name is, doesn't even want to talk about it anymore. He said the UFO field is a can of words full of arseholes, from what he can tell. He didn't realise it was going to be that so much drama involved. Well, what do you expect when there's so many liars? So much money involved. Yeah, what he was expecting, you know. So he doesn't even want to talk about what's been going on and being said about me. He doesn't care. So I don't even know why he's on our Discord channel still, but anyway. Live stream, he claims that I gave him permission. Information is public, and there's a line between screen capture video of a transcript. So it's still lines ground blabbing on, isn't it? I had permission, you know, I guess, right? So, okay, look, what's this section here? I think he's talking to Third Phase now, isn't he?
Well, they do ring in soon.
They talk about permission all the time, but they're not going to get permission from someone they're going to trash. Now, does he have permission to trash UFO Jesus? And he plays a lot of his videos? I don't think so. Just hypocrites.
You guys are worried. I get it. I don't, you know, I had permission, you know, I guess, right? Said go ahead, play it. Right? The audio to play. Was I not supposed to play it?
So there you go. He doesn't even know if he's got permission to play something.
Thank you for that.
Oh, right. That's right. He's not sure if he had the
Ground.
permission to play Lions
weird.
Ground sent-in video clip or whatever it was, talking about me, right? So there you go. There's another example, double standards in the same video. I think I missed one. What's going on here? This counter's gone crazy. We got permission to share them. Okay, this might be it. Let's just have a look. I know it takes a long time to go through. Here we go. There's the guy. See?
That one there, yeah.
That one there. Looks like he's got two black eyes there.
Yeah. A smug look on his face.
Yeah. And that's the other guy up here with the ponytail. Special report. You notice they haven't talked about putting a strike on me though. Funny that, isn't it?
Just in within the past 24 hours, and we've got permission to share them with you right now. And we've got the whole panel with us, from Dr. J. Andy Elias from Los Angeles, and we also go out to Arizona with Doc Skinner and Richard Giordano. We're going to be going over these videos, and then we're going to.
But they're not, because he's got what's it coming up here, hasn't he? Third Phase pop on. So is there anything there that Third Phase didn't have permission to show ever on their YouTube channel? I reckon there is. Anything that you can pop out in your head that they didn't have permission to show?
No.
There's going to be something. There's going to probably be quite a lot of things actually. Because they wouldn't have started off. They wouldn't have started off with getting permission from people. A lot of stuff they were making, they were claiming was from people. But anyway,
they're going ahead with the videos now. But at the moment now, they're saying they got permission and everything now, aren't
they? Yeah. And that was just before they put a strike on me. Remember?
Yeah.
All right. They're claiming they got permission to show.
For all our videos now, not like some other channels. I remember him saying that.
Yeah, let's just do a search on this. See if they've got permission. Third Phase of the Moon didn't have my permission. Let's see if we can get anything pop up in that. See what I was talking about on. Never know what pop up. David Icke. Well, that's someone else they promote. Other channel was Third Face, which was demonetized, and in a few days was again monetized. These two channels are an example. Let's have a read of that one. I know we're getting a bit sidetracked here for a minute, but we just want to find out if there's anything out there on the web where someone's complaining they didn't have permission. I'm pretty sure I've come across one. They showed one down in South America. The guy was saying they didn't have permission to show that video. I'm not sure if they got a strike out of it, but they weren't doing live streaming back then. You just lose live streaming. So if I go to my dashboard, I'll just show what I mean. The Out There channel website. Just go. Is that the dashboard? No, that won't be the dashboard, but we can get to it. Your channel studio, it's called.
You need
So
a good lawyer on your side here, don't you?
Well, I'm still getting subs though. It's going up slowly, but I'm still getting subs here. So we got the violation here still. Well, I'm not even sure of a lawyer about to help you, you know, because everything costs money. That's why these channels, when they get a lawsuit, they do a crowdfund and they have like a million people donate a couple bucks each, and they got a couple of $1 million for defense. Where they don't care if they lose or not, and it's about the principle,
It's
right?
too easy for people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really easy then just to carry forward and say, yep, go for it.
Yeah.
It's like .com lawsuit. So what was I going to trick up here? I forgot now. That's there. What's I going to show? Do you remember? I was going to show something on it. Ah, right, live streaming. I forgot. So if I go live now, that's the thing that's been hit, and it comes up with that there. So I want to show people that that's what it affects. That's why I haven't been live streaming on YouTube, which is stupid. Right. I think it used to be they limited uploads, but now if you get 2 strikes, they limit uploads as well, and other features, right? But without live streaming, which is where you make your bread and butter now, because you don't do it for ad money on a small channel, you do it through live streams with the super chat. They're actually shooting themselves in the foot because they used to get 30% all the payments, right? So for 3 months, Google's not going to make any money from me.
I was just going to say, well, why do they do this on the first strike?
Yeah,
why don't they like it's like a warning, and then you got a final warning, and then the third one, that's it, you stroke off. You know what I mean? They strike you off for a while.
Doesn't make sense why they do this. But I think you'll find that they're going to 4-strike system because they know it's stupid. Google thinking of...
Well, no way that they should block the channel just on 1 strike. It's just daft.
System.
So you got a big channel out there that makes a lot of money, and they do that to them, then YouTube are going to lose a lot of money, aren't they? And Google.
I know there was some mention, whether it's still out there, search board, don't know. But where is it talking about? 10 reasons to oppose 3 strikes. No shit. Law, we have determined effect on violent crime. 3-strike law will clog the courts. So that's talking about other 3 strikes. I was trying to find where they're talking about changing the strikes. Googling thinking of copyright strikes. I'm not sure where I saw it now. Whether you can find it on Google. You know, Google have censored everything on their own search engine. You probably can't find it with Google. Please help me. Okay, you're doomed. So what's that going to? Support. On my channel, please. I got 3 straight on my channel. As you can see below, I had more than 4,000 watch on hour. They drop. Yeah, it's got lots of red lights.
Yeah.
Question is locked. No reply. Oh, right. It's actually got
Well,
one reply.
it's cutting YouTube and Google's throats there with income.
Yeah, expired strikes do not matter. All those videos do appear to be blatant copyright infringement. If you remove any similar videos and only upload your own original content, expected you to be monetized. So I don't know what he's doing, but can we tell that he's actually blatant copyright? Right, looks like he's copying movies, right? And the TV shows. You can see it's blatant copyright. That's why he's got deleted on that one. That's not like my case where we're making a critical review. That's where the strike system works, you know, taking whole shows and just putting it up there without any comment.
Looks like he's taking them from China and places and sticking them on YouTube,
like
isn't he?
Saudi Arabia to me, I thought.
Oh, yeah.
How YouTube works. It doesn't work for creators, that's for sure. Managing your fair use policies. Bogus YouTube copyright. Well, they ain't helping me. That was back in 2015. They should know the difference between a real copyright claim and fair use themselves. They should be experts.
I thought so.
What can I find? 4th strike. Well, I was trying to find information on that. Google staff pledge cash to striking workmates. Still hasn't come up, is it?
No.
Google. Maybe I should try YouTube. YouTube. Changing the strikes. See what happens. Is that one? As announced, they will change the way they give warnings and rights to. When was that though? I bet that was 2015, right? So they keep changing it, but they still haven't made it any better. 2019, here we go. Most people don't mean to break the rules, the company said. Well, there you go. Well, that's because fair use isn't breaking the rules. So community guidelines are rules. The company always operates. So what they're changing. Strike 1 week temporary freezes your upload, which is nonsense. You can see it only affected the streaming. I can still upload. So if I go here, go back again. So that's out of date already, the article. If I go click there, upload, you can see I can upload videos still. See? It's not blocked. But live streaming is, so that article's out of date already. Temporary freezes on uploading any content to YouTube. So why is that different than strike 1? So strike 1's obviously wrong in this article.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
It's 25th of 2019. But it doesn't talk about the 4th strike. So we need to still find an article on that one. So we need to do it this year probably. Let's see. Tools. Anytime. past year.
Have they brought it out yet, or when's it coming out then?
Well, it'll be
This
after
full
my strike expires, won't it? It won't. They won't bring it out now before Christmas to get rid of the limits, right? But they should do if they've got any common sense. But really, I probably don't want to string with them ever again after this. And YouTube Studio looks to help you deal with copyright. Well, it didn't, did it? It didn't help me at all.
They're doing nothing.
December 2019, just before. Replacing the audio portion. See, that's the thing with manual strikes. You don't get an option to rid this claim and just cut out the portion or blur it or whatever, you know. So what I could have done is blurred it, right? Which is what I should have done, really. And changed the audio bit there. Just tried to reduce them talking while I was talking over it, maybe. So you can keep the clip in there still and just hear what I was saying about it. But anyway.
Well, it wasn't long clip anyway. It was only
4 minutes, yeah.
Or
less.
It wasn't nothing.
A channel received a strike against if a copyright owner formally notices. So what's this one talk about here? So this is where it all breaks down. YouTubers face £5,000 bill, which is like 10,000 my money, which is like a year's income for me at the moment. Plastic Panda are known for making videos where they react to the memes and other online content, but turns out 4 videos they watched have been bought up by a media company which has slapped them with a bill for infringing its copyright. So this is where it's wrong. This is where it's totally wrong. So someone bought out and then slapped on a copyright. Is what they're saying, isn't it? Is that bought it up? Bought it up. You can't then slap on a copyright claim.
Well, that's totally wrong.
Well, that sounds like fair use because they're saying they're creating react to memes and other online content, which is basically what everybody does on YouTube. Yeah. And unless they pay, the channel can now be removed due to the nuisances of YouTube's copyright system. So that's a failure in my book. The channel receives a strike against it if a copyright owner formally notifies YouTube that a copyright infringement has taken place. Receiving 3 strikes according to Google results in your channel being subjected to termination. MXR Plays is a YouTube channel which often involves reaction videos where people film themselves reacting to anything from the memes to the movie trailers. Panda and YouTubers who host the channel say they have received 4 copyright claims in the same bill from GUFON Media with copyright yet to be notified. The joint channel has almost 1 million subscribers and MXR has a personal following of more than 2 million. So he could easily raise that $4,000, no problem whatsoever. But it's the principle. It's probably the principle, though. You know, it's all about principles here. Tweeted his concern that because of the 3-strike rule, if he doesn't pay up, GUFON Media could contact Google with 4 claims at once and potentially take down the channel. So I reckon those 4 claims should even just be merged into one claim, into one strike, right?
Just to get rid of him.
Yep. So that's what happened with Tyler, right? Lions Ground put in all those claims and they're classed as individual strikes when it should be just classed as one strike, right? To be fair, it should be classed as one strike because he's been notified now, and if he keeps on going, then he gets the 2nd strike, And if he keeps on going, then he gets the third strike and his channel deleted. And it should be like an automatic system.
You don't black out the channel just on one strike. That's wrong.
And here the charges gives me 3,000 for a single meme BC because it's contained footage from 2 of the eclipse. Okay. So... And now you got this one here, YouTube's copyright claim system abused by extorters. So there's other things here. You don't pay, they start striking your... If you don't pay, they start striking your channel. They basically remove our channel if we don't pay them. He said that the couple do a very thorough search to see if the content in their videos is already owned by the media company, but it's not always easy. Sometimes they are videos where it's just a cat, he said, and they're really nothing you can search for. That's right. You end up having to search through 40 pages of videos, and sometimes you miss one of them, and if you treat every YouTuber like this, thousands of channels will be deleted. GUFON Media, the company which owns the 4 videos, has responded in a lengthy social media post claiming that YouTubers are making money off videos they don't belong. But you could say that about big media too, when they critique another another channel that they're talking about. They're making money off that, right? So they get millions of people watching. They're paying subscriptions. Exactly the same. Doesn't matter if it's YouTube or not. We left a comment in the video. Here's a screenshot. You're making money. Blah blah blah. They ain't showing the whole thing though, are they? We mentioned repeatedly. The statement reads: you can completely avoid any issues related to copyright by simply licensing videos on our website. In effect, you're taking other people's videos without permission, then posting them into your channel. But they're trying to say if you're like doing a trailer, right? Trailer of a movie, and then you're using that for comment on the movie, they don't have to get licensing for a trailer to do thing. We never want to issue copyright strikes. Yeah, I've heard that before. We have our duty to do so to protect the copyright of the creators that have signed with us. So they're like a third-party law firm, right? I betcha.
Yeah.
Do the YouTubers have to pay? Leonard French is a copyright lawyer based in the United States. Sleeves, who is also a YouTuber with more than 100,000 subscribers. One of his friends was Dr. J. He told the BBC that the question being brought up by commenters online is whether the YouTuber should pay at all if their video falls under the legal principle known as fair use. You know, a lawyer such as Dr. J should have known that clip was fair use, right? Same as this guy will. It's very possible that MR plays are not making a fair use, he said, but I and my fellow attorneys don't actually know how a judge or jury would find if this went to trial, because fair use is such an in-depth analysis, and that's why it's bullshit. And they need to make fair use like a legal thing where it meets certain points, and then you can say, yeah, bugger off. Like, they need to do something.
They can't get you just on a 4 or 5 minute clip. That's just
well,
ridiculous.
They're saying here it has to go to court. No one can decide because it's an in-depth process. To me, that sounds like lawyers trying to make a buck for themselves, doesn't it?
Yeah.
See, it really needs to be. It needs to be a worldwide law on fair use. Like, you can use 10 minutes of that as long as it doesn't break plots and stuff like that. Or you have to at least put a spoiler alert at the front if you're going to do it. You know, there should be like things that if they don't do it, then you can sue them for damages, right? So if you put out a spoiler and did say it was a spoiler, they should be able to be sued, right? Because they've ruined it for everybody that read it. So that would make sense to me. But it needs to be like formalized, you know? Like you can use 20 seconds of any song, and all this sort of stuff. It's excluded if you make it into a parody, as long as it doesn't also ruin the plot of the movie or TV show and all this sort of stuff. It should be just written down so everybody's got a list and just go through what they're doing online and just tick, 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 tick and say, yeah, it's all fair use. And Google should be able to use that then and say, your claim is rejected, you know.
Well, yours should have been rejected.
Yeah. Well, they rejected my counterclaim instead. Okay, so they're talking about here, did they make additional commentary or criticism to outcome that hurdles to fair use, or did they just republish the original material? This is when you need to ask permission. So if you're going to put up a video and not do much with it, then you're going to ask permission to republish it, right? But in my place, I was actually watching it, pausing it, and then making a comment and saying, look at his eyes, he's looking down, he's doing internal dialogue, left and right eye movements, where he's making up a story based on the body language NPL stuff, and that's basically what I did on Dr. J's one. Difference between no damages and massive damages with nothing in between. Said according to US copyright law, which is where it's all bullshit, section, there are 4 points that we need to be addressed to ascertain whether something qualifies as fair use or not. How to tell if your video might qualify for fair use according to Leonard J. French, who is a YouTube owner, same as Dr. J is a YouTube channel owner. The copyright part of the video has been transformed into something new, such as commentary or criticism. Bingo! I transformed it into a body language video, didn't I? The original copyright work is not being used for profit as opposed to being used for commercial purposes. There was a 4-minute clip in I think it was a 5-hour string, wasn't it?
I know it was a long one.
But we weren't just using the original copyright work just to make money from it. We were using it for that one up there. Really small portion of the original content work has been used, such as a single frame from a video with more original content added. So even, you know, doesn't matter how long, it could be one frame from on a TV show, they can still get you for copyright even if you don't say something about it or transform it, I suppose. And GUFON reckons you can, right? He says, oh, we only do little short things. I don't use more than 5 minutes. Doesn't matter. One frame is enough. The video has not usurped the market, meaning people do not need to watch the original anymore. Upsurged. Was that meant to be? Usurped. Never heard of that term before. You do not need to watch the original anymore. So if you're playing something where it's sort of not making any money, is that what they're saying there? I don't understand that last one. No one's watching the original anymore, but they're watching the remake or the piss take one.
Maybe it's just something like a spoiler again. That they don't need to watch the original one because someone's already told them the plot of the story.
Now let's see what that term shows up. Was that actually really a real term? Because I've never heard it before. Usurpation definition. The act of usurping, especially the wrongful seizure of royal sovereignty. That's kind of weird, isn't it? In a sentence, a sample of some words usurped. Let's have a look at that one. Have you heard that word before?
This is the first time I've ever seen it. I've never
Federal
seen it or heard of it
state.
before.
Yeah, so where's the word? There it is there. Well, what's the meaning? Where's the meaning gone? Okay, it looks like scroll right down to the page, is it? Why's it gone way down there? Federal state was, as said, private law had usurped the place of public law. I've never ever heard it before. Reported to have usurped. Doesn't even make sense, the sentences. Still doesn't make. No one usurped more than his share of conversation. Still doesn't tell us what it is. Usurp. We want to know alternative words for it. Ah, shit, that's not how you spell it. Not found. Ah, still done it. Can't find it. Let's forget this site's useless. Alright. Get out of there. Absurd. Let's see, just put this single word in, it might give us a definition. Here we go. Take. Illegally or by force. There you go. Pirates usurped. Is that how you say it?
Why don't they just put illegally or by force instead of put usurp?
Usurp.
Yeah, nobody knows what it is.
Usurp. Usurp. Never heard of it in my life.
Stupid word.
Someone out there
They
probably
should
has
just
heard
put
it.
illegally or by force, shouldn't they? Should put that in a sentence.
So let's go back to it. The video has not usurped the illegal market. The video has many people do not watch the original anymore. Illegal or force the market. So it still doesn't make any sense, that one, to me.
No.
It'd be better just to get rid of that. Saying people do not need to see the original anymore. So it's, you can't get copyright on it.
Because somebody spoiled it. Brothers. Told them what's going to go on.
Lena said, well, 6,000 may seem like a lot. What is if you're on sickness help? Could potentially be a lot more if this issue ever went to court. Yeah, because lawyers, they're a scumbag lot that like to suck up the money. That's why they're bottom feeders, right? As a copyright attorney working in the field, he said, I can say this is a normal demand. It may even be a reasonable demand. Of course he would. He's a lawyer.
£115,000 in court. Oh.
Yeah.
Damages.
Well, that He Productions was. They said it was getting up to $400,000 to $500,000 US.
Yeah.
Before making the claim, they could get damages up to there in court. But then you got all the lawyers' fees, which is $400,000.
Yeah, on top of that.
Yeah, if they're not registered the copyrights, they would only be able to claim actual damages, original fees for the videos used, plus attorney fees. Legally, it's not an issue to make a demand for $1,500, but it seems morally outrageous to go after a channel like this for that much money per video. Yeah, well, you've heard about how people do, and they don't care. They have no morals.
Bankrupt people, don't they?
Yeah. So that's one of the videos, which is meant to be copyright. So does that mean that this news channel can be sued for using an image? Both were taken from one of the 4 videos.
Unless
So
they've had permission to put the picture up.
yeah, but then they're saying this other channel didn't have permission to put up the video,
Yeah.
right, in the first place. So
Yeah.
that's double copyright. I don't know. It's all stupid. The whole copyright system's screwed.
Yeah.
But anyway, what we were
We want
searching for, we
somebody-
sort of got sidetracked there. But that was a good article to find, actually.
Yeah. We want somebody to get in there and sort it out, doesn't it?
It needs a major overhaul, and instead they're just
Yeah.
wasting money.
Put it all in simple terms as well, so everybody can understand it. Even
That's
people,
right.
just making their own videos.
Yeah. Well, it's been the case where people put up birthday videos and they've had copyright strikes because they were singing "Happy Birthday."
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Especially if you mention a company name or something.
Sued for using "Happy Birthday." I kid you not. Probably even me
Use a
saying
trademark
that.
or something like that.
Yep. There you go. Copyright settlement.
Oh, there you go.
Warner Music Group has also agreed to pay $14 million to settle claims over "Happy Birthday to You." So this is how crazy this system gets.
Well, they could sue a lot of people, then, couldn't they? Now, every flipping day of the week. Birthdays all over the place.
Was invalid, right? So here we go. Let's see if the judges actually got common sense here. Go away. In a coda to one of the most notable music copyright lawsuits in years, the Warner Music Group has agreed to pay $14 million to settle claims over "Happy Birthday." After a judge ruled last year that the company's long-claimed copyright to the famous song was invalid.
What wasn't valid?
So is it Warner Music that's trying to sue everybody? Or is they trying to sue Google, are they? Because anyone that used "Happy Birthday" through the publishing agreed after mediation to pay the settlement to a class of thousands of people and entities who had paid licenses fee to use the song since 1949, according to the filings in federal courts.
So I suppose that means like something like you pay your BBC license, and that gives you a right with the copyrights. I don't know.
Read full
There's a
article.
lot of-
It's probably not going to show us. Let's just keep on
Mhm.
going. Yeah, but why did Warner pay $14 million? Seems they got money to burn, to me. Thursday's ruling means that the song is now considered a public work and is free for everyone to use without fear of having to pay for it. So they paid $40 million to shut up the people. Is happy.
They
The
wasted
music
money.
and
aren't
lyrics in the public domain in the European Union and United States copyright expires in the European Union in January 2017. I suppose that's when they put the lawsuit in, was it? And ruled in Warner and Chappell's copyright claim was invalid, and there was no other claim to copyright. So yeah, it's even got a Wikipedia on it. So how did it start? I don't know. Maybe because it expired. Oh, no, "Happy Birthday" sung.
It's all about the song, isn't it? The singing "Happy Birthday."
Copyright status. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a song. It's like a songwrites thing, isn't it?
Yeah. 19th century. But it's going to be lots of examples like this, isn't it?
Go into hundreds and
There we
thousands
go.
of things.
Filmmaker Nelson filed a putative class action suit in federal court for the Southern District of New York against Warner Chappell in the name of her production company Good Morning to Your Productions. She had paid $1,500 to secure the rights as a part of a documentary that she was making about the song and the history. Her complaint relied heavily on Brunel's research, seeking that the return of the money and all the royalties collected by the company from other filmmakers since 2009. A week later, Rupert Warner Chappell filed and
Perhaps it was all the people that were singing happy birthdays in movies and stuff like that. It could have been copyrighted then. Don't know.
So what's it saying? This woman put a claim on Warner. I'm not too sure if I understand what they're trying to say here. Court has expected to rule on the motion for summary judgment. 5 weeks later, Nelson refiled the case there and the cases were combined. Warner's motion to dismiss had been denied without prejudice, and discovery begun under agreement plan to respect to claim 1. Declaratory judgment to whether Happy Birthday to You is a public domain. So I don't understand it all. Evidence arguing unless there was necessary alteration from the copyright owner, the Happy Birthday lyrics and sheet music would still be subject to common law copyright. So is this copyright and fair use and all this nonsense? It's just...
As I said, I think it's the singing at Happy Birthday in like movies and TV series and comedies and stuff like that. You know, if you're singing Happy Birthday, then you got to pay a copyright. Or pay a license to have that in.
Anyway, we'll just move on. I don't quite understand what was happening there. Some filmmakers tried to sue Warner on whose behalf, you know. It's all a bunch of crap, as far as I can see, on copyright.
Tongue twisting.
Okay, what's this one? YouTube has made sweeping positive changes to its harassment policy. Well, how about someone calling me a pedo? And they didn't do anything there. They didn't give him a community strike, did they? How about his mate that's often paying him on his channel that you reported? What did they do for that? Nothing. He's still on YouTube. Because he pays money, and of course they get 30%. So they got bias in the system, you see, straight away, because they're making money from it. Why would they strike someone? I don't know. The whole system is wrong. Should be like an external entity, maybe, that's outside YouTube that decides fair use and harassment. YouTube don't have to do it. Should be a separate company.
I think it's all about keeping the small boys down, I think. Stop them growing. So the big boys have all the open playing field.
And we sort of got misled from Dr. J stuff at the moment, but we'll get back to it. Just seeing what's here. So you can see there's a lot on copyright and stuff. I was trying to find stuff on 4 Strikes. I think it might be on Discord. Let's see. 4 Strike. It was on some blog, I think. Where they get their news from, I don't know. Let's see. No. Can't find it. Maybe I posted it on Twitter or something.
It only says no, it's 3 strikes here. I'm looking at.
Yeah, yeah, they was talking about changing it though.
YouTube copyright strikes have become a tool for extortion.
Yeah, we just covered all that though. See, normally I would prepare this ahead of time if I was going to do a clean show on it. So that's something else I got here. US says Google breakup may be needed to end violations of antitrust. No shit. And Susan posted that. Yeah, I don't know where I put it or where. What you mean? We'd think about to find it though, but maybe it's been suppressed. You know, changing strikes.
Yeah, when a copyright claim is approved, the claimant takes any revenue from that video. This means that if there's the shortest snippet of a music clip, a false claim could be used to take money away from creators.
Yeah.
Mm.
Changing copyrights and process strikes for you think you better find something on it.
I
How
can't
to
find
remove
any
copyright claims. You can't remove copyright claims if it says if you reply it's going to go to court. The only way you can remove it then is force. Nuclear bomb the city or something. There's no way you can get rid of it. New YouTube tools to help you deal with copyright nonsense. Doesn't help at all. New copyright strike information. When was that? June. So what's changes here? Where did I see it? Not affected.
Well, I can't find nothing about a false strike.
I know I've seen it. I've seen the information somewhere. It might be on Twitter that I posted it. Let's see. You know how stuff gets suppressed.
Yeah.
And it might not be public knowledge, right? So strike. Four strikes. YouTube. Let's see what comes up there. Just do a simple search. What's the crap? See, it's finding the words rather than join it together. Just got 4 strikes in a row. I'm proud to announce I'm quitting YouTube and joining a bowling league. My channel received 4 strikes in 5 minutes. YouTube easily abused community. So we don't know what these guys are putting up though, that's the only problem. Four strikes. Oh, here we go. Oh, someone's swearing. There are 4 strikes and a single old video calls the end of a 13-year-old history producing content. So I should just review these numbers.
Well, I mean, the way they've treated you just on 1 strike, I mean, you ain't even going to get to the flipping 2nd or 3rd strike and you'll be off completely. Anyway.
Yep. So,
that 4th
yeah,
strike's gone.
anyone out
worthless.
there? Who's there?
Nobody. So you could do with a lawyer or something that we know, or someone that can just, that knows these language and stuff they use.
I don't think anyone really cares if I go or not now. But, yep. Someone else can take over from where I left off if they want. Me, I might as well go and join a bowling team, huh? Just forget about making content. Don't criticize anyone because they'll put a strike on you.
What's wrong? Free speech.
Yep. Speaking of which, looks like we ain't gonna find it, so damn it. I had to bypass YouTube's copyright. YouTube. Add an extra strike, maybe. Try that. Maybe just put that in quotes, maybe.
That's all the stuff I'm getting up there. Yeah, nothing much going up. It's not telling you nothing.
Remove your description tags. I suppose it makes it less searchable, you see. That's just not coming up, is it? But you'll say, oh, Paul mentioned that and we couldn't find it even on Google. Let's see if it happens. Apparently they're going to add an extra strike on. So if you get 1 strike, nothing really happens to you. It's like a warning and you go to copyright school. And then after that, then you start to get punished. Impact from plan workers. No. That's just not going to find it, I don't think. You can't find it, I can't find it.
No.
Looks like it's been scrubbed off the internet. It could have been fake news, of course. Maybe it's something that came out of a meeting that shouldn't have been out there, so they've scrubbed it off the web so you can't find it. But anyway, who cares? We'll move on. So, what we're getting up to here. Talking about permission. I was trying to find them talking about permission, wasn't I?
Yeah, just say we've got permission there.
Yeah. Getting permission slowly from everybody. Play these things. Was that when Blake was on?
Getting permission slowly from everybody to play the things that some of them I don't need permission, all the news and all that shit. But I've reached out.
Why did it stop?
I don't want any issues. All right.
There's no way he gets
Mexico,
permission from the.
Let's roll it.
He doesn't get permission from everybody. We know that for a fact. And of course, we're looking at Third Face.
Did I play this video? Hold on, let me see something.
Mexico.
I don't think it was long after that when they phoned in, was it?
Yeah, there's something wrong with this player though. It's just terribly slow. I think it was there, around about there somewhere, wasn't it?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
I think it's weird, Rich, is like
No, I was just after
these
her
little
because she
live
was talking.
chats, they're like their own little
Yep.
world.
They come in, didn't they?
You know
They
what
were
I
ringing
mean?
in.
And we all can
Yep. Well, look how slow that is.
Yeah.
They've done.
We've got too many people out there who are like, you're full of it, you're dumb, you're stupid, I'm going to ridicule you. There's too much of that already. Why should we all be fighting each other over copyright laws?
Okay, this is
and all this crap to bring each other down.
you know, she's talking about copyright laws, and yet the people that she's following just put one on me.
To speak up and say that we believe this is true, okay? And what happens now is like this is actually reaching a political level. When Marco, excuse me. I think it's so funny. I'm like the modern way of saying like Marco Polo is Mark.
This player is definitely a lot slower. It was after that, or not? It's not coming up though.
It's not far off there.
That's just terrible. I don't know what's going on.
On his channel without even asking for permission. You know, you ask permission, and we have an agreement. You know, we know that we want you to share our stuff. But when he shares it on his channel, he immediately attacks the person that shares it with us and calls them hoaxers and frauds, and it immediately degrades these public people that are out there that have no agenda, and they're just real people. And
so that's not actually true. I don't instantly say they're frauds.
No.
So he's making up lies here, but there you go. That was a bit where he's talking about permission, and yet I played the clip, and then they get Dr. J to put a strike on me, which is clearly fair use. It's so screwed up, it ain't funny, right?
Don't slag people off, do with the videos. I'm going to say that.
Innocent person and just automatically assume they're frauds for sharing videos.
But in his mind,
number two.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think I did play that originally on the other video, but we know a lot of those people out there are frauds that they do have on. You know, Corey Good, the Secret Space Force or whatever it's called, space program. We know that's all fraud. We've had lots of other people say so. They said on Gaia TV and stuff like that. You know, if the people that submit to Third Phase are clueless, they're frauds trying to prank them, or they're frauds trying to get publicity to their own channel, that sort of thing, right? They haven't sent it to MUFON, and that sort of stuff. So, yeah. But there you go. He's talking about frauds that they're going to strike you. But I think he mentions after, there you go, Paul, they're going to put a claim on you. So whereabouts was that, though?
I never heard that.
Yeah, we'll get to it. And then number two is that
I think it was way at the end.
We've been having our panel, like yourself, Doc Skinner, Dr. J, and he considers everybody that's on the panel, Paula Asteria, they're frauds. And then what really got me mad is when he went after, Paula Asteria and went after her look, the way she dressed, the way she,
Who cares?
She's just a front for.
Yeah. She's just there for ratings. But yeah, like I said, I was trying to search where they actually use stuff without permission and have been talked about. Because I remember talking about it in the past with someone on that sent a message on one of my videos saying they didn't have permission to show that. So I know it's out there.
It's just finding it, isn't it?
I used my video without permission. Third phase. I'll just type that in. See if that comes up. Because this proves someone has posted my video without my permission. Is that third phase? 2019, not that long ago.
Doesn't say, is it?
Where's third phase mentioned?
It doesn't say.
Yeah, but I had third phase in there.
Yeah.
I think Google's not included it for some reason. Third phase presents illegal music. I don't think it's third phase of the moon though. Okay, try off the moon. I know there is. I could probably find some guy talking about it in the comments. That's probably not on searches because anyone that puts it in comments on YouTube is not searchable. For some reason, YouTube doesn't want the comments searchable, and you'd find a lot of stuff. Let's see what we got. Maybe we could do this another time. Let's find all the references to where people complained about them using their video without permission.
Maybe I have to look into it. Away.
All my videos, let's see if they're not to be used. Explain to. It's got their name on that one. Crop circles. It's one of those horrible sites. I bet there's going to be lots of things out there. Probably turn out they've got strikes over the years because they get one, then it gets removed after 3 months. We don't know about it because they probably don't mention it. Because I know they do take down lots of videos, haven't they? They've taken down a lot of the videos.
I don't think you'd ever find out if they had a strike, would you?
No. Unless they mentioned it.
I don't think they're likely to do that.
Okay, what's that one saying here? Sometimes post videos they don't have permission. Look how slow that is. What's going on?
Because I mean, that girl was saying about it, wasn't she? That other one. In that video that they had took down. She was going on about all fake videos and everything, wasn't she? All stuff.
Can't be reached. Including third phase, section 51, the fake and hoaxer. What's that one? Website producing and promoting. So they shouldn't be calling them truthers because they're not truthers. It's strange that we can't find any reference because I know I've had people say they were using stuff without permission. Now this one, my episode. How many pages down? 5 pages down. Oh no, we just have to look at it another day, I think. But anyway, we got it.
Now you can go for it now with it. Heart's content now.
Now we can save it. Doc Skidder. Fight. Join us. Join us or else. Find up next. Join us. I think they said join us somewhere. Was it in this one or another video? Join. What did they say? Join their team or something, wasn't it? Can you remember what they said? What words they used?
Again.
Yeah, permission probably come up because we know it's about 13 in there. Ask permission. If immediately shares that video on his channel without asking for permission, you know you ask permission. We have agreement with you. We just heard all that. Hoaxes and frauds. Degrades public people. Yeah, but we don't know their names, do we? Even if I did. So saying I don't respect women, which is a load of crap. I don't like it when he calls our team frauds and hoaxes when he doesn't have any evidence of it. Is ridiculous. Which is not true. We got evidence. He said it's on the chat that he actually docked your mum's place. So Lionsground's been talking to Blake Cousins of all people, where your mum lived, blah blah blah. So straight away Lionsground threw in the dirt there, didn't he? Tried to get them to do something against me rather than him do something.
So it doesn't show up on him now.
Yep. Except for they just
That's what I said,
blabbed out.
GUFON.
He's got to find the video. You can't do that, Paul. Well, I didn't. Step over the line. Personal lives.
I don't know why he doesn't realise he's being used as a puppet.
I don't know.
Somebody with a bit of common sense should see what's going on. The third phase of using him.
We're developing this team. I know Lionsground has been in this a long time. And I was thinking that he could be costly on the team. Costly? I think that's obviously a wrong translation. And you know, we are advised not to get Lionsground on the team. But you know, Lionsground, I'm reaching out. I'm just saying a little bit to Lions Brown is listening. You know, we've been around for a long time and you have as well. And I think you've been seeing what you're trying to do. We're trying to get more and more to the way everybody's kind of wanting third phase, I suppose, to go in a direction every year. Third phase moon is always fine-tuning the public, yourself. Everybody wants us to do a certain thing in a certain way. I think Lionsground could possibly help. He's in another country, another part of the world. I'm sure there's a lot of UFO reports in Spanish. Got to get some stories that are anybody could contribute to that course. Happy to share channels. Other people's channels do good work, but the out there channel, out there just about their channel, he doesn't do anything for anybody. Except I guess the 4 or 5 watches. There's a dig. For 6 or 7 hours he's broadcasting live, but you know, I just don't like the personal attacks to our team members. So So where's he saying strangers? And then he's saying all that about me, right? And then he says, oh yeah, we can bring him aboard, you know, when GUFON says. Just wrong if anything happens. Oh right, he's reading out the email going, is it? Of course he's on camera and everything, but you know that the first place we're heading and we follow the trail, I mean, that's the way it works. Oh, I'm in New Zealand, I can get away with it. No, you can't. There's laws. It's just wrong, absolutely. And, you know, YouTube violations as well. The Out There channel has been taking our footage and pretty much ran his whole channel on our channel from our content. That's utter bullshit. So that was at the 10 mark, 100 mark. And Security's content, yeah, and that's all he ever's done. He hasn't done anything original. He's never brought anything new to the table. All he does is call everybody hoaxes and frauds. That's not true. And degrades women and really brings nothing to the table. He's irrelevant. He's not bringing any original content. Well, you've just been watching some of my early episodes, and
I still am.
Yeah,
There's more of them on there.
Yeah, but would you say the original content researched and all that?
Yeah, yours, yeah.
Yeah.
They're not copies from anybody.
Would you say they'd be almost equivalent to be putting on TV, some of it I've found? If they redid it with a proper microphone and probably a host or whatever to read it out. But everything I put together there was researched and linked and, you know.
Yeah, easy.
Easy, wasn't it?
Yeah. You probably make 2 or 3 programs out of them to go on the TV. Half-hour programs.
Well, you can make a TV series, right? Almost.
And I'm sure you'd be adding more to it as well, wouldn't you?
They're talking about me banning us from the channel. Lions Ground wouldn't ban us. He'd be up for the chat. Well, I did talk to him on the side chat. You can probably see it in the video I did. And that's what I give him respect. So they're all over Lions Ground now. Not saying how dirty he was taking out Tyler. There's double standards all the time. You produce, share, third face. Go watch the rest on your channel. Want to help out all those small channels. Yeah, that's why they put strikes on you. But we want this community, even the Out There channel. If you're listening, Paul, you bring something original, give us something good, and then we'll share it and shout you out. So this is how they get to all these other channels involved with money. So that's at the 102-minute mark. So let's go back to it.
I remember him saying that.
So what's that?
Reaching out to Paul to
102 minutes is hour and 42. Let's see if it works. It was here somewhere. There we go. Let's have a listen. Or was it not playing?
Or defend whoever took this video, he'll ban us from the channel.
Right.
And just riding coattails and banning us at the same time, it goes to a new low. I know Lion Ground wouldn't do that. He'd be up for the conversation. That's what I give him respect for.
What's going on there?
Well, Lions Ground said, hey, at Third Phase, well, I have a good TV format, but I need support making this. He's just telling you and I.
Well, you know what, Lions Ground, the support would be is that Third Phase of Moon would support your channel by telling all our subscribers to go check out your report. So, Lions Ground, if you're out there, you got a good report, bring something new to the table, and you produce it, we'll share a portion of it on Third Phase of Moon and then say, go watch the rest on your channel. And we want to help out all these small channels out there. But we want this community, even the Out There channel. If you're listening, Paul, you bring something original, give us something good, and then we'll share it and shout you out. That's, we want to bring everybody together. There's too much fighting in this field.
Ended. Why did it stop?
But I think there's too many egos out there too. The ego, everybody thinks they're the smartest guy out there debunking videos, and therefore they're genius because they think they got it right. And it's self-glorification and patting themselves on the back.
That's
but I
not
think
me though.
Bringing new information to the forefront is what is key to everything.
Yeah, that's definitely not me, because often I'll make mistakes and do corrections. And whenever you've ever seen these guys do a correction, so there you go, you got it on there saying that I can be on there, but then they go and strike me 2 weeks later. Using Dr. J of all things. Double standards straight away. I think it might be slow because we've got that damn thing open. Let's see if it speeds up. In fact, what was being said on the channel here? I saw something about Out There channel. Oh, that was me talking, was it, to them?
We just saw Shelley's name on it. Whatever it was.
And there's this guy that calls us pedos. And there's that Walter guy.
There's Shelley there.
Yeah, she wouldn't have a clue what's going on though, would she?
There's Camel.
There you go. DB Cooper. She's easy on the eyes straight away. It's all about image, right? They're not respecting women because they're talking about body image here. You see what I mean?
Says he's paranoid about being trolled and trolls.
Yeah, well, he was one of them, wasn't he? It was terrible. He even popped in just to gloat or something, wasn't it? After I got the strike as well. I'm pretty sure it was him, wasn't it? Summers.
Yeah.
This guy here called him a clown. Remember that one? It was the guy saying that a satellite going overhead was a UFO. He didn't like our analysis that we did. What else we got? No, Doc's my mum's place yet. They've not given me any information on that.
They can say third phase excellent. No chance of it. So this guy's
see what that guy said about fair use up there? Hate to say this, even though I don't like him, that's the problem about being public. People can criticize under fair use. Is that what it is? And they put a strike on me, so I'm not allowed to criticize because they put a strike on me.
Yeah.
So Lion's Ground is a good witch or a bad witch? I will drag you home, boy, down, even try me. He's got tough talk, isn't he? If there is doxing going on, report it to YouTube and stop wasting our time. Exactly. I believe you, Walter, man. Heathcliff, this is wild. And it seemed to stop there. But I don't think it's any faster though, is it?
his mind, he thinks he's doing it right, though. You know, he thinks he's doing something good. How do you tell somebody?
I am doing good. There's other people saying I am. So it's a shame we can't even read the side chat here, because that's where you get to find out about people, if they're for you or against you, right?
Yeah. And backstabbing and stuff.
You got it. So you can't even go down further, and you got no way to save that. He called me a fool and threatened lose will lose. No, I didn't say that. He said he was going to put a strike on me, this guy, for using his footage without permission, right? Because he didn't like what I was saying. And I said I can do so under fair use because I did critical analysis on it. And I said, try it, you will lose. So the only way he can do it is like Dr. J. Put in a court. He has to be willing to take it to court.
How much he's got the money for it?
These people are just crazy. Like I said, the copyright system and the fair use system is all broken anyway. No, it's just not allowing us to look, is it? I don't know what he's on about. Lion's Ground. He seems to misread things all the time, that guy.
I don't know what half of them are saying all the time. Some of them don't make sense at all.
That's when I first jumped on. Thanks.
Okay.
Third phase of the moon. Yeah, as long as they're backing him up, he's all friends of him. If they're against him, they're not. Double standard punk way out. And they were going to block us there. I said I'm wasting my time here because no one was listening. They wanted to believe one side of the coin now.
Well, I think they still do, don't
they? See, they didn't even have the story straight, did they? And he didn't even watch the social video of it. It was just, oh, let's get Paul, out to get Paul, let's make fun of Paul. It wasn't about, oh, is Lion's Ground actually lying? Is he trying to cover his own tracks? That sort of stuff about Tyler.
Yeah. We still don't know they got paid off, do we? By him.
And you are holy. "4 hours. Paul just doesn't know when to let it go. Sometimes it's a shame. And all he could do is trash talk everyone. It's sad." That's coming from Blake. Someone's saying, what am I on here? Which doesn't make any sense. First floor audio. What's that mean? So yeah, you can see how you can't read the comments very well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Some they don't make sense, a lot of them. I'm saying, what are you on? What some of these are on? When they're making some of these stupid comments.
No, it's not updating. I know it is. Shelley, what's she saying? With his skills and debunking intense effort to get to the truth, I admire him very much. Paul means very well. We need to each use our skills together. It's hard to be totally honest. So what she's saying, that I should be working with Third Phase? No, that's Shelley.
Well, you know,
I don't
never
know.
understand.
Shelley's a hard one to understand sometimes. You should have LG and the Out There channel on your show via Zoom and have them talk it out. But they wouldn't give me a chance, would they? It'd be ganged up on Paul.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of that. Going over that. What was that one? Monetized issues. I haven't said that the stream's been working really fast at all. It's been pretty bad.
And laggy, isn't it? At times.
Leggy. Yeah, I don't know why though. CPU's pretty good. Well, that's getting high there, zooming in. Makes no sense. I can't see this using too much. So yeah. So yeah, we're going to get on to the email that I got from them. Let's see if I can bring it up. I know there was a couple of mistakes in it, but I was really under pressure. So yeah, I got this big long email. But first of all, I just want to show you what I said to I have to go to archive. Dr. J. Okay, so I sent this in here, this email. Just seeing if there's a way I can hide the email address. Let's see. Because I don't want to be head up for doxing. Let's see. Headers, show toolbar.
Just give me a couple of seconds. I'll put him in his cage, but only a second.
Alright. Get rid of that, but I can't get rid of that.
Okay, I'm back.
Let me just see what I can do here. It's not going to let me hide the thing, but looks of it. Junk. Message. No, it's not going to let me do it. I'll just cut and paste it then. Let's see. It's a shame you can't hide the address. Should be an option. But yeah, I'll just paste it to the bottom of this and then read it out. So this is my first and only response to Dr. J. Get down the bottom, you dumb suck. Oh, damn. I was talking about music anyway. Oh, I'm pushing the equal and deleting stuff. Now it's doing it right. I won't save it anyway, but I'll just use it for cut and paste. So I said, hi John, one appeal to remove strike. As Biden would say, come on man. You know this 4-minute clip from 1 hour video of yours is fair use. I even put a video together showing you the H3 Productions court case where they used another YouTuber's full video and the court said it was fair use and cost the other party millions of dollars in court fees. Why is it fair use? Because I used it for body language analysis to show he was left-right eye movement and looking down for internal dialogue. A proof of making up a story and lying. I used other people's material under, well, it's a typo there, under fair use for critical review, analysis and transformation. It would be like you striking someone who watch a movie you made, another typo, and they did a review to give their opinion on acting quality of a person in it. I have Dream Team panels saying they're going to strike me and included your name in the interview. I wonder what the court would think of your weaponizing the strike system on Google to take down another competitor. You have managed to stop me making a wee bit of income from my channel. You are taking someone who is on sickness benefit. It looks real bad, mate. And I may produce video about all this action, which I'm doing now, about me and what was done to me. And it might not be the only video I do. Not even big media corps put a strike. They either take over the money or ask to blur or cut. You are exploiting the weakness of the fair use for court actions. I wish America would make fair use more formal. I also pointed out the attack in the video, and I have people who follow me that are credible in the field. Many in MUFON and Bruce Maccabee, because they follow me on my group and they look at my stuff. They see this attack as abusing the fair use option of copyright too, although I can't show what they said. Here are slandering claims from your mate Blake Cousins, and that they will strike me cancel. Strike me, I think I was meant to not put cancel there. Strike me channel, I think that's Blake Cousins, that they will strike my channel, I should say. For some reason it got me cancelled there somewhere. I must have cut and pasted it somehow. Considering your clip on their video, it ties it to them, you to them. You know that they are proven hoaxes. Most people know well working with them only makes you look bad. Copyright. Mute it.
Alors, ah, faut encore.
I said, working with them makes you look bad, but it's your call after all. They are listed on GUFON blacklist and also other credible CGI artists' website like UFO Theatres. And then I put the video where they're talking about getting permission and coming after me. But there was a comment made there somewhere, which we're still yet to pin, where they said, did you hear that? That Blake's coming after you if you keep using their stuff. I can't remember where I saw it, but I'm pretty sure we put it on another live, didn't we? When it was saying that. Cheers, Paul. So that's where I've sent that thing with some errors, as you can see. But shit happens.
Yeah.
Then
He hasn't answered you.
Hasn't answered me, no. But I thought that was a fairly good email back. I wasn't saying anything.
Point, yeah.
Straight to the point, yeah. You know, if I worked with Third Phase of the Moon, my reputation would be toast, wouldn't it? So, how many people would watch me if I decided to send them some great footage I received from a Skywatcher? I think no one would be listening to me ever again. Do you want to answer your phone or something?
It's alright. Just the message he's sending me. I keep cutting it off. Carry on. It's alright.
Oh, you should talk to her then.
Oh, it's alright. You carry on. I'll just cut it off. I'll ring her later.
Okay, I'll just have to find the other one. This one's a bit hard to copy and paste it. It's a shame I can't get rid of that thing up the top there. Anyway, I'll select it all. Copy it. And I'll paste it here. Oh, right, it might even have email addresses in it. Hang on, let me just have it. Yeah, it's got multiple email addresses in it. Damn. I'll start with a bit of it and work my way up. So I have actually got the full messages. People think I'm making it up, but so that was the last thing I did. Just sent out that thing a week ago now, and no response. And this one here, I'll just paste it as we go. So I got this a couple of weeks ago. What was it? 26th of October. When was that? A couple of weeks ago. There we go. Paul, I don't mind you played a clip of me, but to play an entire video and trash me is unacceptable. I don't talk about you and... What? I don't talk about you, and if I do, it's for 3 minutes. Eh? We just watched him talk about me for a long time. And I don't play any of your show. That's not true. We've seen him play parts of the show where I was debunking him. Yeah. I want this removed. And he's got the YouTube link to it. So that was the one where we were exposing him, saying he's seen the best paranormal video of that faked hotel ghost. Thank you for understanding, Rich. Yeah, so that's the first one. Sorry?
It was fake. That ghost thing.
Yeah, but that's the video he wants me to take down. Where I was trashing him that he can't tell the difference between a real paranormal event or faked. Yeah. And then I said to him... Hang on, you're sort of cutting out there. When I talk, even just a little bit, I'm not sure if it's coming out on YouTube, but it probably is. Okay, so here we go. No show, it's fair use. And it's not the entire show, is it? It's a clip for critical review to point out you breaking your own rules on copyright and asking permissions suggests watch this about fair use and Hee Productions. So that's the other video, which we just looked at. Perhaps stop spying off me and trashing me and use copyright wrongly as a weapon to bring down a channel. like what was done to Tyler. Hypocrite. You might target, maybe, I got a typo there, YouTube, but not all the platforms out there with false takedowns. So what I'm saying there is I upload it everywhere, the video, not just on one platform. And of course Google's the only one that allows competitors to target other people. And of course after that they thought about it for a minute and thought, no, I'll be nice to him. Okay, so I thought I'd send him this straight after. I was a bit rash in replying because I was so angry with all of them. And then I thought, no, let's re-email him. GUFON, here's what I will do. I remove it from YouTube, but only when Dr. J cancels the strike on channel. I know it's fair use as well, but first time consuming fighting these guys in court. Time consuming. All right, fair use, but it's time consuming fighting these guys in court. You also said recently you didn't mind people using your stuff and wouldn't strike another channel. I too don't do that. I'd never strike or want a channel taken down, only to stop the BS in the UFO field or expose them faking. And then people should listen to what I have to show them and make their own decisions, right? Like what I did with the 3 leaker videos I found out of Tyler. Not Mr. Ken, if you bothered to watch my live stream, 218. But I will do a reaction reply video if I'm attacked or information is incorrect, which is what I've done on all those videos that he wants me to take down. Here in that video, I pointed out you didn't have permission to use the clip I used of you showing fade to black interview, but you can, of course, under fair use, to comment on it. So under fair use, he was perfectly fine to talk about that interview and took the risk for a claim. However, content ID don't do strikes, only manual claims, and manual claims you don't get a chance to blur or cut out like a manual strikes. It's fight in court situation. Again, I was pointing out your double standards like Nocturnal does. PS, typo below done equals done. Down equals done. So I'm not sure where I missed that one. Maybe I corrected it. Not too sure. So he replied back, instead of saying, oh yeah, we'll sort that out, and once I've sorted out, I would expect me to comply and take off down the YouTube channel. YouTube video, I mean. Okay, so this is what he replied back to those 2 emails. Of course, I can't show you the header, but I have proof. This is what was said, and it's got all my regular typos. Because that just proves the point that I've got sickness benefit for bad eyes, that I'm trying to keep my eyesight, as well as bad back and all the other stuff. So you got to give me, you know, some leeway for mistyping keys and stuff.
So do them, but
instead I got this is what I got back. It's like a big book of blurb, just like on his YouTube video. Instead of a reply back saying, oh, okay, I'll look into it and see if we can arrange something, I got this instead. I never strike to channel, and I don't want to start, but what you do is completely not fair use by playing my content for over 2 hours, which never happened. It's why I'm getting away from using other people's videos, so he's now going to get permission. Because he doesn't want to get what I just got, a strike.
Yeah,
is it still streaming? Is it still streaming over there, by the way?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
It's fine.
This thing's too quiet, you know, even 2:30 in the morning, you'd expect some people to be looking.
No, we'll just...
No. So we didn't use 2 hours, remember, because you were doing that video with me. It's like 20 minutes once from one video. Or overall was 3 hours long, and probably maximum, probably not even that much. And because what we did is I played a wee bit of it, paused it, and then went and did Google searches and added to it, and tried to break it down. And then I used another video, 5 minutes from it, about something else, talking about permissions. Then I went back to the original video again and used a wee segment about him saying it's the best paranormal he's seen. That gives him the shivers. It certainly wasn't 2 hours. But if you skimmed through my video instead of watching it, you may have seen me start off at the beginning of the video, and at the end of the video it looks like I may have played 2 hours of it, which never happened. I got permission from almost, here we go, almost everyone, and even when I don't have permission, I stop playing the video within 30 seconds. But as we just read, even one frame is copyright, right? Doesn't matter how many seconds, to express my concerns or teach people what I see. I don't know if he teaches them, but he certainly misleads people. Wrongdoing or good doing. I had 3 channel strikes. I've had 3 channel strikes, fought them all, and won them all. I've had about 15 and done the same. It sucks, which is why I don't believe in striking. The people who strike me could have reached out to me in the email like I did with you, and I would have gotten a hint. Why the F would I be conspiring to take your channel down? I found out Dr. J striked you 2 days ago. So in that case, that suggests to me that Third Phase of the Moon is just using them and not keeping them in the loop, right? Wouldn't you say, look, I just got Dr. J to strike out their channel? You would say that. You would say that in an email or a phone call or something or whatever, wouldn't you? So he's outside the loop. So he should realise straight away he's not being told all that's going on.
He's just being used.
He's just being used, yeah. I don't talk to Dr. J like we're good friends. Right, they were just chummy on a live show together, for Christ's sake. We are friendly, but I don't have that kind of relationship with him like you think. But he's in the dream team. He's part of the dream team. The way it was explained to me was he got a message from someone who was curious about who you were and saw you bashing Dr. J and Corey Good just because Dr. J had him on the show. Well, no one else has him on the show anymore because they know he's a liar. Not even Fade to Black. What got Dr. J mad was you playing the majority of his interview.
No way.
What do you reckon to that lie?
Yeah, no way did he play the majority of that.
Nah, 4 minutes. In fact, we'll bring it up now. Since we're getting over it. So, let's just do a search on Dr. J.
So I remember I was sitting here, what's you doing it?
That's right. Dr. J Radio. Just
Really nice that he was lying, the way he's looking.
Okay. Dr. J Live.com. YouTube. Right, the YouTube link. You think it'd be on the first page, wouldn't you?
Should we?
Chat radio. He's all over the place, this guy. But he's only got 18,000 YouTubes, right?
Wish put their channel on it. Title, I thought. You might bring him up on it.
No, I'm just trying to find his YouTube channel to start with. But we will go over the search results here. Like I said, I've been researching him and something's not right that I'm finding out. So He's actually got 2 channels by the looks of it. Let's have a look at this live one. Now, why has he got 2 channels? Why don't you just put the live streams on all the same channel? Okay.
Suspicious.
But straight away you can see here's the interview that we looked at. It's 48 minutes. So how many minutes did I use of it? On the copyright
4.
claim, it says 4 minutes, right?
Yep.
So again, GUFON's got the information wrong, or Dr. J's telling lies to him. So how many subscribers he got? 18,000. Look, 18,000. And if we go to the other one.
Might be the same people subscribing to him on that one as well.
Maybe there is this channel. That looks like a playlist. Okay. Maybe there is this channel. Maybe he's only got 1 channel then. Live radio. Watch. drj.com. No, it must be just on that one, but I thought, hang on, there wasn't enough videos on it though. No, can't be that one. Let's just click on that. That's a playlist. Hang on. Lots of radio. So it looks like maybe he has got one. Oh. Don't want to play that. Don't want to play that. Couldn't stop it because you know we got the player slowdown business, so I couldn't stop it.
No, another strike.
Yeah. Live. I'll just get to that again. Maybe I can just do it with the history search. Hang on. Dr. J. Here we go. Search 2. Nope. Why are we having so much trouble tonight?
No idea.
That's not it. Maybe I'm getting tired now, but anyway.
Any other time, just go straight to it. Where?
Yeah, it should be here. In fact, I'm not sure why it was playing, because should have that automatic stop. Maybe it's not working again. So it doesn't automatically play videos just in case you got time to stop it, right? Why can't I find it now? YouTube.
Find it, show you.
Can't find it now. I find his website. That's ridiculous. Oh, it's starting to get warm. That's crap, man.
It's going to be up near the top of the list, wouldn't it?
Dr. J Radio Live. Now let's just try YouTube. It's just ridiculous that doesn't come up. YouTube, here we go. But it says it's a playlist. That's what we got caught on last time. Okay. It should stop autoplay, but I think they blacked around with the player again, have they? Videos. That's what I was meant to press last time. So here's all the videos, right? He's got Bob Lazar, who we know is a fraud. He's got Good, we know he's a fraud. This guy's dodgy at the best of times. Maiku Kuku, or whatever his name is. He's a string theory guy with wacky ideas. And you got full documentary there. Ghost Hunters. People think they're faking stuff, but I don't know about that. I forgot what I was originally looking for though. Oh yeah, the original video, which was 48 minutes. That's what we were looking for originally. Skinny Bob, Egyptian pyramids, water pumps. Giants, biblical stuff. Time travel proof. Nonsense, absolute nonsense. Ghost Nation as well now.
He's into everything.
Yep. Look at this. I wonder if he's got copyright permission for that slide there. I just want to click that, see if it starts autoplaying. It shouldn't be autoplaying. It should be pausing it. It's not though, is it? Let's get rid of that auto stop business again. Yeah, something's not right there now. They've done something to the player, so the extension is not working anymore. But you can see here, that's a famous picture that was faked, famous frame from a video.
Tired about that one on one base.
Yeah, it's a CGI.
Yeah.
It's a CGI fake. Done by Section 51, I think. I'm not sure if we can do a search on image. I don't know. But we have seen that. I bet he hadn't got permission to use that image, so. Yeah, that looks like something that the artist done. I wonder if he bought permission to use that. You know, he's probably breaking copyright.
All the time.
Well, his thumbnails, right? Reaches of Unknown. Where did he get that one from? Did he buy a license for it? What we got here? Stan Goodman, Sasquatch. I think that's... Don't know if that's public domain either. He's got a lot of images there. And he deleted my comment on that one there, busted. I posted a comment to him saying, yeah, I've busted him too. I've got 3 leak of videos you would like to go and watch. That's when I was really friendly to the guy. And he goes and deletes it straight away. I knew then he's trying to cover for the security team making a mistake here. He wasn't trying to dirty him at all. He's trying to do a clean-up job. Sorry,
trying to protect him, isn't it? Trying to protect Tyler.
And there's his other mate promoting for him. I'm gonna have to get a drink. Tickle in the throat. Okay. See, who did that one? Aliens above, ghosts below. I'm pretty sure he's got stuff here that may not be public domain. For his thumbnails, like that one there. Maybe inductions. Yeah, he does cover everything. Ghost Adventures. Trump. Pontus. Roger Stone. And the other fraud, Euro Gilia. Just saw. John Lear. What do you reckon to that one?
Don't think I've heard of him.
John Lear? The guy that flew the jets. The jets. John Lear. That guy. The one that was out with Bob Lazar in the desert watching UFOs. You don't know who John Lear is?
Oh, yeah, I do know. Yeah, I know. I remember.
And that said the planes going to World Trade Center with holograms.
Yeah.
That one there, that.
They wouldn't have smacked into the trade centers, would they?
Yeah.
They just gone straight through. And out the other end and just disappeared.
So he's got a lot on Trump here. I suppose that's good to get views to your channel. Again, another piece of artwork here. Another piece of artwork there. Just makes you wonder if he gets permission. I think he's got some dirty linen in his closet as well.
I was wondering nobody's had a go at him, isn't it?
Yeah, you're a gal. That's another fraud, remember?
Yeah, I know him.
The great Randy exposed the Boone Spandon thing. And when he was put on the stage, they gave him a whole collection of spoons. He couldn't do it, remember? I can't remember what show, American show it was. E.T. Well, that's got to be copyrighted, isn't it?
It's always a movie, isn't it?
But a movie, right? But can you get away with it as a thumbnail?
I wouldn't have thought he'd get away with that. You'd have to have permission for that.
You'd think so, unless you're doing a movie view on it. But he's got Eric Von Duncan there. How many years ago was that? 4 years ago.
You'd have to pay to use that picture, wouldn't he? From the license.
He'll claim it's fair use, but really, what's E.T., the movie E.T. got to do with the subject that he was talking about, Von Duncan's Ancient Aliens. What's that got to do with it, you know? We know that's a fish, not a plane. Bill Burns is on there. More artwork here. Another piece of artwork there. More artwork here. Which has nothing to do with Paul Heller. Another piece of artwork there. Lazar again. He seems to be fascinated with Lazar. Andrew Basico, that's the time traveler. He's a fraud, right? On Dr. J Radio. He likes all these guys that are dodgy. Giorgio. Giorgio's there. Look, we got another piece of artwork here. That's another piece of artwork I've seen around. And that one's debunked. That was actually the moon. That one. That's the moon there. And it was on long exposure, and he just moved the camera upwards, and of course it makes a streak through the picture. Turns out to be a moon. Another piece of artwork, another piece of artwork, another piece of artwork. You know, I've used artwork as well. But we don't know if it's public domain or not, so it's all risky, you see. That's what people are saying. We don't know what is copyrighted 100% out there, or whether people have released it on fair use, or... See, how many times have we seen that one?
A lot.
We got the fake picture here of the lights.
For all this lot, does he? No way he's had permission for all this lot.
No. He's just taking a chance.
Yeah. I
But
wish
he's
some
using
more
them,
of them come out.
but he's using them for thumbnails because people see picture of an alien and think, oh, I'm going to click on that.
Yeah.
The way I do it is I actually bring up a Google cache picture of a search and I do it that way, right? Because you don't know what's copyrighted or not, so...
well, just like I said before, they're just clickbaiting, aren't they?
Yeah.
After that stuff.
So I think it's just double standards, you know. I don't care that he's using artwork like that, and if it's not even public domain, I don't care. But I'm just saying that he's striking me, and he does the same as everybody else, I'm sure. I'm sure he's played clips that are copyrighted somewhere here, probably. That's not news clips. Well, look at this one here, Morning Star. So, and we got the Billy Meyer picture here. What's that got to do with the topic? Twins abducted by aliens in UK. Well, that picture's got nothing to do with that. And I bet Billy Meyer's got copyright on that. So, you know, and it's not even talking about Billy Meyer in it. It's clickbaity. That's what I'm pointing out there. So let's go back to the letter, and I'll come back to that in a minute just to finish off. But there is a bit more stuff here I noticed. Let's just carry on. And bashing on him. Playing the mileage of his interview and bashing on him. Well, actually, it wasn't bashing on Dr. J. I actually said, oh, he's promoting a fraud. And I said the saying, frauds promote frauds. That's what I said, if I remember right. And I was bashing on the Corey Good lion, wasn't I? I wasn't bashing on Dr. J. So that's totally wrong too. Calling him names and shit. I don't remember that. Dr. J does not have a thick skin for people whose sole purpose is to make fun of him. Well, he's on radio and all that. He's a big publicity man. He should be able to have a thick skin if he's going to be public. Right?
Somebody will go at him because not everybody believes everything everybody says on the radio.
I don't listen to your show like you think I do. I know he doesn't, as he might learn something. I can only go by a second-hand story that he was upset on how you didn't use fair use. Yes, I did. How you didn't use fair use. Well, we did. We did body language analysis, and how you didn't bring any new information to the conversation he had with Corey Good. Yeah, I did. I said he's lying. His eyes were telling lies.
Yep, even I could see it.
All you do is bash, 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 and fair use is to teach or to add additional information, which is what I've been doing for the last 4 years on everything. You don't do that most of the time. I don't actually just bring up a video just to bash Dr. J, but now he's attacking me. I'm focusing my attention on Dr. J to see why he thinks he's so holy that he can do what he did to me. If the Third Face team was out to get you, it would have already been done. Nobody wants to see you leave. Well, he doesn't realise he's the puppet, and if they did it on their channel, that'd make him look really bad. The hypocrites, talking about how Lionsground took out Tyler. Well, if they took out me completely, then it would look really bad on them. And I'm pretty sure people will be using it as an example from there onwards for many years to come. Nobody wants to see you leave. You're seeing you taking our hard work and using it for content. Their hard work. They just get other people's videos and blab over it, right? They don't do an analysis.
Do nothing with the videos, do they?
No. I know it's bullshit, but this is what is true. I emailed you. I didn't strike you, even though I could have. But he won't, because he's got to prove it in court and hand it into Google. That's because I don't think you should lose your channel over it. You work hard for that channel, but you are working much harder for our content, which is bullshit. We have to get permission from witnesses, which he doesn't. Drives hundreds of miles for interviews, edit the content. How can Third Face drive hundreds of miles to America? They're on an island.
Why? That's not.
Continue making calls to Samosian Institute, Amazon, Fox News, History Channel, Greer, Good, Jim Goddard, and so on. There's so much we all do, and we don't want you using our hard work for bashing purposes. This cobblers. So where's the stuff from Fox News that they interviewed, where they're interviewing someone? Where's the stuff from Amazon that they're interviewing? Where's the Institute where they're interviewing? Are they talking about where the guy said it was a motion film that was peeling and it wasn't actually big blue objects deep in space at all? That was like artifacts, and they still say, "Oh, he doesn't know."
No. I don't know that.
That's not fair. Yes, we don't get up in the morning and jump on a computer all day watching videos to bash about that night. Well, I don't either. I just simply do a search and find what's the latest bullshit being said. That's all. Although my channel is small, I don't work harder than most people, and Third Face works twice as hard as me. Yeah, does he follow him around? From my small channel to the large channel, it doesn't matter. Our content is ours. But it's not. Their content is mostly made up of other people's. And it's not interviews. We created it from scratch. So when I do interviews with Earl Grey and other contactee witnesses, isn't that all my own content as well?
Yeah.
And I don't stop people. I haven't stopped anyone taking bits or pieces. They might be out there. I haven't bothered patrolling it, see if anyone's taking bits and pieces from videos and using it. It might be out there. We created it from scratch, whether it's UFO videos, interviews, or volcano videos, which I've proven lots of times is planes landing in the airstrip behind the volcanoes and not actually going in. We made those from nothing, so why should you be allowed to use it to actually correct the information? That's why. And bash us for it for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Well, I didn't, did I? Fair use is not just using my content to bash me. Well, I don't bash him, I correct him. And I don't think I've bashed him at all. Probably mocked him, but not really bashed him. Told him he's wrong. Is that bashing when you tell someone they're wrong? Dr. J worked hard to get Corey on his show. Yeah, because Corey is shitting his ass. That's why he was scared that you're going to ask him a question and he getting bullshit back. And you bash him. Where's Paul's content? Well, where's my content? So on my channel, you just have to look. What is Out There channel doing for ufology? So I'll let you answer those.
There's plenty on here to what people in there. Absolutely piles of stuff on.
stuff there that not even Charles can get through it. And we're talking about early stuff before live streams, even at that. What's out there the channel doing for ufology? So how do you answer that? What am I doing for ufology, Charles?
Truth. Just finding
answers. Answer, not a thing, according to GUFON. You don't bring anything new content. What do you say? Get cut out. You're getting cut out on me.
Well, it's actually just giving everybody the truth.
Yeah,
they're the ones that's faking stuff and putting wrong stuff down. You're just correcting it.
Yeah. Might just reset your thing here, see if it fixes up the audio. Might speed up too. Okay, have we got you back? Are you cutting out?
All right.
I think you're still. Hello, 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 hello. Talk over me. Talk over me. Talk over me.
Hello.
No, Stephanie, your end. Can you drop out and back in?
I'll drop out.
Mine didn't fix it, so I thought that would be the case. We'll just wait for him to get back. I hate it when it starts cutting out. Yeah. He should be able to do it quicker than that though. Rob's pretty quick on the mark now when he does it. Are you there?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk over me. Talk over me. Talk over me. Talk over me.
Right.
Yeah, it's working.
I'm
it's
all right
working.
right?
It's perfect now.
That's okay.
So we know how to reset it. Yeah, we were talking about the letter, weren't we?
Yeah.
So I do nothing, bring nothing, any new content. That's not true.
Complete lie.
I interviewed Earl Grey and other people, and that's all new content. So he doesn't watch my channel, that tells me. All you do is take the hard work we all do and bash it. No, I'll just take a video and take a clip of it, zoom in, enhance it and whatever, and give my opinion what it really is. It's a classless act. It's so easy to take our stuff, isn't it? We do all the work and you think it's okay to steal it and bash on it. Well, how about those people that do, film critics? Is that bashing on the films? Taking all the hard work of producers, directors, and bashing on it?
All they're doing is taking people's videos and just dumping them on there and doing nothing with it.
Doing nothing with it
and
apart from talking it. Well, we don't think it's a balloon. We don't think it's sun flare. We don't think it's this. What do you think out there? We'll leave it for you to make your decision.
Yeah. Well, it's not a UFO channel.
Yeah. It's because myself, Third Face, and Dr. J did nothing to you. Yeah, apart from cripple my channel for 3 months. This is all your fault. How can it be my fault? They're the ones that put the strike on me. I'm not going to talk to Dr. J to tell him to remove a strike. Well, in that case, I'm not going to be removing my YouTube video because I haven't spoken to him since he was a guest on my show. Yeah, they're all in together. And I don't have any kind of close relationship with him. Well, to be on your show, he's got to have some relationship. You should email him and tell him you won't use his stuff again, and I'm sure he will remove it. Well, he didn't answer my email. He just wants to know that you won't use his stuff again. If you do, that he will probably remove it. That's what I heard.
That's threatening, yeah.
Yep, that's a threat to take down the channel.
Yeah.
So if I try to do something with under fair use, I'd just strike it anyway because he's a lawyer and he's got probably works in a law firm. I don't know what he does, but Obviously, he's got lawyers for friends, hasn't he? Because he went to university with them. If you do that, he will probably remove it. That's what I've heard. He wants to know you'll stop using his videos and bashing him. Think about it. That sounds like a threat, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Why don't you create something on your own without using other people's content? I do that as well as use other videos to analyze them. I know why I did it, but I don't bash people who do good. You bash. He keeps talking bash. Bash is like his favorite word. You bash people who are doing good, reporting and bringing people stories. So he's talking about Third Face there, bringing people stories. The evidence to light. Why do that? You can do so much better than looking bad, going after people doing good things. Well, I'm going after frauds. And not doing good things. They're ruining the community that a lot of us believe in. Unless you're entertaining, it may have been different, but because you think you know everything, I've never ever said I know everything, did I? Whenever I ever say I know everything, never.
No.
That's why I ask other people's opinions. What do you think? Like even you, I say, what do you think? Sometimes you say something and it changes my direction on something, you know. Have an ego that's too big for your own good, and have an ego that's too good for your own good. You will never grow as a respectable person. You say you don't care that anyone thinks of you. Seems like no one. I don't care what frauds think of me because I'm exposing them. Seems like no one cares about the Out There channel is doing today. What are you going to do? Talk about GUFON and Third Phase of the Moon? Yep, especially when they're attacking me, and that's the run of it. Of course, no one cares. You need to create. That's your YouTube is about creating. It lets you see something original this week. He's a cheeky bugger, isn't he?
Not off.
So original content, that would be me and Rob talking about UFO cases. Would that be original? It's certainly transformative. We're using other people's published stuff on channels and then talking about it. Again, it's all fair use. Because fair use is not a formal thing in copyright law. You have to go and fight it in court, blah, blah, blah. People just ain't got time for all that nonsense. So if you become a big channel, right, you become a target, right, of copyright, because that's how it's designed. So when a small channel uses stuff that they don't really care about, then when they're big, they think, oh, we can sue them for millions of dollars. That's generally what happens, right?
Yeah, because they think they know they've got the money, so don't they?
That's right. Think about whether you played my content for longer than 30 to 60 seconds. So it doesn't matter how long I played it for. Without interrupting and adding this to the idea. That's what fair use is. See, he doesn't understand what fair use is. We're just proven that there in that statement there. He hasn't watched the Hee Hee Productions. Hee Hee Productions used a full video and analysed it. A full video of 30 minutes long. I'm not thinking about striking you, however, there may be a day when enough is enough. So that sounds like a threat. I'm working on a few projects for my channel, and if these are being used without permission and you're bashing my hard work, I won't be reaching out like I did last night. Now I'm working on... Yep, and now I'm working on bringing original content. Well, has he?
I haven't seen nothing.
No, it's hard work to make a good looking video. Yeah, not factual video. You can make a good looking video, but it doesn't have to be anything. I don't want to anyone stealing it and bashing on it. So what's he talking about there? What has he done recently that what's that useless one about the baby face in the desert? I think he's talking about the baby face in the desert. That's the video he was making. He doesn't want anyone stealing it. But he stole an interview from somewhere, didn't it? It didn't look like he had permission. Anyway. So that's where we're at, and I think I replied back to that saying, you're still not listening, you still don't understand fair use, suggest you research He Productions lawsuit. That's what I said back to him anyway. So that's where we're at the moment.
Yeah.
So if he's not friends with Dr. J, hang on, but he's in there, he proves that he has been talking, right? In that letter, he said he hadn't been talking to Dr. J, he's not close friends. And yet he put out all that blurb saying, oh, he doesn't want you to keep bashing him and all this, right? Like he must have talked to him, right? They must know.
Yeah,
he must know.
Must have had a conversation.
Yeah, because he was relaying it back. He just wants you to stop using his video. That proves that he was talking to him.
Yeah, and they're mates.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But I wasn't actually bashing Dr. J. I was actually saying, what's he thinking working with Third Phase of the Moon? And why is he putting all these frauds on when no one else is? And why is no one else even picking on him for doing that? Everyone in the UFO field that believes in the truth should be up in arms about all the people that he has on the show. You know, the guy claiming to be a time traveller, that guy's a fake for sure, you know.
Yeah, well, nobody's seen him do it, have they?
Sorry, no one said a thing about it, no.
No.
So let me just do a search on him here. Normally you would type that in and type hoaxer and do background checks, see if anything comes up where people are talking about it. So straight away, what comes up? Time traveller. Stephen Greer.
Right, this right there.
But it's got Dr. J Radio there. So are these interviews for him? Doesn't quite say, does it? I think it is. I think it's his channel. So if I go there, let's just go there quickly.
Watch what you're doing, because you might get into trouble.
And it's got Ted. Yeah, it's not giving us the information. Ted. So why did Dr. J come up? See, I got it in quotes even. So this shows how broken
Google is.
Yeah. Yeah, Linda Moulton Howe.
Fraud.
Confirmed UFO incident on Dr. J Radio. So yeah, you'd have to go through all that, see if there's anything said about him. See, this should be a common one. Promoting frauds, because that's what he's doing. Not all of them, but there are quite a few there. You'd think someone would do a review of his channel and say, of his radio show, and see what they got to say about it. But he'd probably sue him, right? Because he's a lawyer and everyone's scared to speak out.
Well, that's what he's got people like now, hasn't he? They're scared stiff to say anything, isn't it?
Snake oil salesman's on that search. Dr. J promoting frauds. But can't see his name mentioned there. But that's what he's doing. He's promoting snake oil salesman all the time.
It's no good.
The recent one being Corey Good and what was the one before that? Dr. Greer, and before that was Bob Lazar. And before that was Bass Singo, or if his name is, the Time Traveller. So,
They're just a gang, aren't they, together? They're just working together, that's all they're doing.
Yeah, they're just trying to make money, make subs, right?
Yeah.
Make views. Yeah. So you just type his name in here. There's another. So they don't call his middle name there, they call him John. personality. My search is not coming up. There was a page I wanted to have a look at. Let me just see if I can bring it up in the search results here. Dr. J, I just want you to have a read of this if I can find it. That one there. It was in the search results here somewhere. Was it on that one? No, it wasn't. Why can't I find it now? Wasn't that one? Let me see if I can go back to the search history. That's not search history. History. No. There's got to be a quicker way to get it. So it's not doing it. Control H, is it? There we go. Now, we've done a lot tonight.
Yeah. 4 hours now, going up to.
Could be that one there. Let me just have a look.
Oh. 3.75 hours.
So, deprogrammed the radio. Only. So, what are they saying about him here? Dr. John Andrew Elias, is that how you say it? Is a long-time researcher in the UFO and related areas and has become known in the community. Has done numerous interviews with known icons in the UFO community, including Stanton Friedman, Mitchell, Roger Lear, Stephen Greer, Cyril, and Colin Jesse Marcel Jr. You notice the only one there, they don't mention Corey Good.
Yeah.
They don't mention Bob Lazar. But they mentioned Dr. Greer, so I'm not sure if they think he's still legit or not.
No, I don't think he is.
Okay, so he's a long-time researcher into the UFO and related areas. So what research has he done? He's just a host, interviews people. That's all he does. He doesn't do any research. He doesn't do anything I do on my live shows and live debunks. Doesn't do any research. Where's the research? All he does is interviews. We just looked at his channel. There's no research there. I think people just like use
talking head.
He's just a talking head. He's not an actual researcher. He hasn't brought anything new to the table. Oh, like Black Vault, he's a researcher. He gets into all the government documents and brings up new findings from it. He's researching. So what has he researched? I'd like to see the videos that he claims that he's researched something new that's added to the UFO field. Always aiming for the truth. Well, how's having Dr. Greer on and Dr. Good on anything to do with truth?
That's just like going backwards, isn't it? Backwards steps.
With a background in law. Surprise, surprise. He's always looking for evidence that makes a case. Yeah, so why has he got so much junk content on his channel? Especially in the UFO community, Dr. J has always been interested in UFOs and paranormal since 1984. Why 1984? Was that when he was born or what? When he was a teenager? He read and watched virtually every book, magazine and documentary on the subject. But has he got critical thinking? And if he's seeking for truth, why is he working with frauds? You know, he's on Third Phase of the Moon. He's on the Dream Team panel.
Well,
The
you're
favourite
tired
croak.
of your as well.
Yeah, the favourite quote he likes to call his mantra. Far better it is to dare mighty things and to win glorious triumphs. Although checkered by failure, then it is to take rank, and those poor sods who neither suffer much more enjoy much, because they live in grey twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. Alright, so he's quoting someone else. It's not his own quote. Favourite quote, it says up here. So he's quoting Roosevelt's quote. Initially studying economics. Why did he study economics and then go into law? Went on to law school and earned a Juris Doctor degree. So you can put the name doctor in front of his name. As well as the certificate. So if he's a doctor in law, he should know what fair use is. Right?
Well, you should know more than you.
Yeah.
Or anybody else, shouldn't you?
And of course, according to GUFON, I played his clip without adding anything new to it, which was BS. And dispute resolution, right? Well, he hasn't solved up the strike against me. He's had the video taken down and the clip removed, and now he could just remove the strike, couldn't he?
Well, it could do, but I don't think he will.
No. So the other thing I found that was connected to that was looking at his videos. There's a woman that seems to be always on his chat promoting him, who I've never heard of, that runs a channel for truth, which is hilarious. Because if you look at her channel, it's anything but the truth. What was her name? I put it on Discord. Let me just bring it up. Your bird outside, I can hear him.
No, he's in the other room. There's 2 doors and he's locked in the other room. You can still hear him.
He doesn't like being alone by the sounds of it.
No.
Does he make noise when he's with you in the room? He shuts up, does he?
No. Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
He's been sat here all this time and he's had nothing to eat or drink today. So I just took him in there to get something to eat.
Okay,
so he's had something to eat now and he's screaming now for me.
Yeah, so he's working with this woman here.
So I've just gone fetch him in here, so shut him up.
We'll be wrapping up soon anyway. I gotta get to bed like 3 in the morning. And I need to edit this video and upload it sometime.
Yeah.
But it hasn't really gone really well. So this page is taking ages to load. I'll just close that down there. Okay, so this woman, Pan Rendinkenberg, I'm not sure how you say that. We affirm and declare the following. And I thought that's hypocritical. If you go down here, we will not obey any orders which infringe on the right of other people to free speech. So they're trying to silence me with a strike, and they're not for free speech at all. To peacefully assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Keep the peace, maintain control. We will not obey any orders. So, yeah. But if you go to main site here, how do we get to the homepage there? There's meant to be a site about truth seeking. And it looks like a web page that's made back in the 80s. I mean, not even that much. So my page, my block. I can't get into that one. Where did I get to? Oh, right, so another subdomain. There's another website that's not a subdomain, that's not locked. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Alright, I found her Facebook too, from those links. Because I want to know why she's working with Dr. J, what she sees in him.
Frauds work together well.
No, you're not allowed to say that.
No, alright. One truth is...
there's a picture of her. Straight away we've got pyramids art in the background here. Floating in the sky, is it? Or on floating water?
Looks like water. Reflection.
Owner and founder of United Truth Seekers. The truth will set you free. I thought that was ironic. And especially when I read this, VP of Operations at Dr. J Radio Live and founder, president, and CEO of UnitedSeekers.com. So she's working for him as a
working with him, yeah.
VP. Yeah. What's that stand for? Producer? Associate producer / VP. What's VP
video,
stand for?
I don't know. So
it could be
video, video some of operations.
No schools, lives in Indiana, no relationship. So that's on her Facebook. That's what's open. So and then it sort of clicked, this is why she's on the side chats, saying he's great and all this.
VP could be video productions.
Yeah, that would be what it is, probably.
Yeah.
Was that the one I'm after? Let's have a look. See, it goes to another domain here, rather than the .ng or whatever it's called. Yeah, it looks the same. Got the same banner. Let's see, we have to scale it down again. But I'm just seeing what this truth seeker thinks is truth on her site. And she works with Dr. J. And you can see it's being promoted everywhere. Dr. J. A leaker from Liberal Party. The Alien Truth, parts 1 and 2. A truth about hair and why Indians would keep their hair long. So it's not just about UFOs.
No.
September promotion here for Dr. J. Paul Hynek. Very shame that Paul Hynek went on his show. He should have known better. Don't go on a show where someone's working with Third Phase. It's not good. So where's all the posts? Members. Shows like Dr. Radio's. Looks like she's promoting it.
Live show.
Yeah, all promoting it so they get money. Video chats. Groups. Spiritual. Hemp. Into the old drugs, is it? Why would you have a section on hemp?
Well, that's me.
How to grow hemp. The history of hemp. The power of hemp. Planting cannabis hemp. Yeah, I think she might smoke some if you're into promoting that. Spiritual. So she's obviously a religious person as well. Genesis. Spiritual stuff. Battle for Armageddon. How's religion anything to do with truth? It's against truth, religion. It's all about belief and control, as far as I'm concerned, religion. Sustainable living, survival. Dr. J videos again, like shows, videos, got 2 links. Special tea shop, coast to coast. Dr. J radio live again. Leaderboards, affiliates, mostly to do with him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Blogs, photos, chat. What's in chat? You gotta join. But you can see the website looks very 80s, doesn't it? So it's yuck. It's not even made for touchscreen.
Update it for some time.
No, just keeps adding to it. Instead of rewriting it. But yeah, from what I'm seeing here, there's nothing on UFOs, which is kind of strange. Has he got a search function for it? No. Groups, quick links. Admins only, quick links. All the UFO stuff seems to be with Dr. J. I suppose she's got every one video of him. But she also has a Facebook group for fans of Dr. J where she runs it. I also found out.
That's good.
I thought I put alright, forum discussions. I clicked on there, live shows, and it's got come up with this page. It's nothing to do with Dr. Dre live at all. Paris attacks. Talks about Indians a lot. Maybe she's an Indian then, is she? Curse. United States of Israel. So it's all politics as well. Religion, politics. Snowden, that's politics. Government. Pirate Bay. Gun control. Apple regroups, Google offers a Maps app. North Korea politics again. So, once you do politics, you're going to bring in people to have their viewpoints, right? But they got 0 replies, which is kind of strange. You notice that? Anti-Israel, US backs Israel, Gaza, 0 replies.
It's 2012. No replies.
Kind of strange, isn't it? Is it still there?
Yeah.
Reply to this. So there's plenty of opportunities for people to have a comment on stuff. What was the last post? June, bollocks of it. Latest reply.
June 22nd.
Dr. J. I wonder if he had copyright permission to use that alien head. Posted by Pam, his #1 fan, obviously, because she gets paid by him to work with him. Prophet Nostradamus. You haven't seen my episode on that yet, have you?
No, I haven't got that yet.
Marbus. I actually find out what it could actually mean. Unlike anyone else that's talked about him before. Paris attacks another false. 2 replies. And it's 2015. You think that'd have like thousands or millions of replies, right?
Yeah.
So who's saying it's false attack, right? Because certainly it wasn't. There's a reply. Posted by Anonymous. So it wasn't by here. So how's this meant to be about truth if you got talking about false flags with no evidence? Someone's just saying, I think it's a false flag. Well, that's not truth. That should be removed straight away, you know, unless you got proof. You can back up your claim.
It was real anyway, so they can't say it was false.
Yeah, so yeah. There we go. That's who works with him. But yeah, I think we might just wrap it up on there. But yeah, just can't find anything.
You always bring it up another time, can't you?
Peter Robertson. He's another guy that blocked me because he didn't like me correcting his mistakes about fake news. I won't go into that. But anyway, yeah, I just had enough talking about it. But we're up to date now. Situations into their hands. They can do the decent thing and just release the strike. Although I probably won't be doing live streams on YouTube again. But we're seeing how this is going.
Well, this is going alright, but we just need views, that's all.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was 100% alright though. It does seem 90% CPU.
Seems to be more trouble at the start of it though, isn't it, all the while? First half hour or something, there was problems.
Yeah. Oh well, Charles, we'll just end it up there. I think I had all I'm going to say about it for the time being. See what develops.
I think you've had a good say about it, anyway.
Yeah. I think people out there would see that what they've done, they certainly have been talking about it, claiming they wasn't told. His email contradicted himself, is what I was trying to point out there.
Well, it's proved that they're all in it together.
They certainly are, and they know exactly what's going on. But it's funny how no one's brought up the thing that Paul can't do live streams anymore because Dr. J striked him. But anyway, where's my thing here? I'll say good night, and I'll catch you up tomorrow maybe if you're around on Discord.
Okay.
But you never seem to come on Discord much.
I do come on, I just see what's on there.
You don't beat me or anything. If I'm not watching Discord all the time, because I might be watching a show or something, then I might not see you come on. That's one thing that Discord needs. It needs like a right click and say alert whenever this person comes on, so it pops up an alert. It doesn't have that feature. People ask for it though. Anyway, we'll see how the end credits go and the CPU. Okay. Here we go.
Alright, see you soon then.
Okay, see ya. Good night.
Good night.
And it's hit 100%. Now it's dropped down to 39. Oh, well, my new chat might work better. No ideas for tips to work though, and I don't think it's that tips page is very good. And it costs like $14 a month to upgrade your membership to be able to edit it. Subscribe stuff for monthly memberships is the way to go though, if people want to join me on that. Okay, I need to go to the toilet, so I might end this sooner than normal. There we go.